And yet again, it's a watch-along on cricket.com for the 30-20 international between South Africa and India. It essentially is the second because the first, of course, rain played spoiled sport. And then South Africa won by 5 wickets, even though it was an under 35 over game. Lots to talk in this one. My name's Avnish Hegde. And as you can see, our two wonderful experts in Nikhil Popat and Gukira joining us right now. The breaking news from the middle, South Africa calling correctly, or rather, Sky calling incorrectly. But point being, India are going to be batting first again, gents. Gukira, good to see you. How's everything this evening on Thursday?
Good. I was just having some fruits. I couldn't finish my snacks before you did, so just carrying it to the first over. That's about it.
No worries. We do things casually, so I'd love that. And probably I'd have some my dinner at some point in time as well going forward, because I'm guessing it'll be a 40 over affair this, with maybe just a little bit of rain in the background. But Nikhil, never mind the rain. How's everything for you going into this T20, my friend?
Yeah, hopefully a lot of fireworks early on from Gil Saab and Jaiswal Bhai, because it's needed for both of them and for India as well. And expected to be a good day. Usually there are a lot of runs, so expecting more of the same.
Were you surprised that they've gone unchanged? Did you expect at least Ravi Bishnoi to get the nod?
I don't expect anything from this Indian T20 team, so I am okay with whatever comes my way.
Okay, they said Gaikwad was ill, Gurkirat. How much do you buy into that? Is he still ill? It's poor then. I mean, for him, pre-Christmas sickness.
That illness is like an eagle. Now you can make of what you will, but I'm happy that they have stuck with the same 11, because you're not going to get much if you change the team after one game. And if you look at it, there are some players who are playing T20 after a long time. Now, if you want them to give a chance, you might as well give them another one. So, yeah, I'm okay with the same 11 being played.
Okay, we'll talk about South Africa's changes as well, because, of course, there is some breaking news to give you. Apart from the T20s, that Rabada won't be there for the tests with regards to his fitness. And then I think Ngidi also is a big concern. So no Coetzee and no Jansen in this one. And they've got back Kesha Mirage in this one as well, along with Nanre Berger, who's going to be, of course, making his debut, right? By the looks of things, Nix.
Yeah, I mean we've seen him in the past in the SA20, a handy option. Now let's see. Left arm seam. I will not speak much.
Okay, we'll see. Sync your streams in accordingly. We're watching it, and of course, Star Sports, all three of us, that is. So you guys will get it at the quickest possible time, our reactions and all of that. Our analysis always kind of goes a long way as well, and it is testimony to the fact that we've got 40K on YouTube today. So well done, Gurkirat, Nikhil, Vikas. I can keep
Everyone.
naming names of the team. Everyone. They've just done a scintillating job. And today I was like actually shed a little tear, guys, because I joined this
Oh,
company and it was about 1K at the time. And now to see it 40x, only onwards and upwards, is that a wicket straight away? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Anyway, watch along is always an opportunity for you guys to get cracking in the comments, and we'll just take a few before I get Gurkirat's thoughts about the teams. Like I said, cricket saying why Klaasen and Miller can't sit out, why Stubbs bench for a new player. We'll give that to Gurkirat in a bit. Tushar, Avnish, England, Manchester United support. And this is just basically an old England football jersey. I'm not supporting England generally. I like Portugal in terms of international football, and at least they won a Euros in the last 8 years. M. Rajesh going on to say, congratulations for reading 40K. Yep, onwards and upwards indeed. And India have got their first runs on the board, courtesy a streaky little edge down a third man by Jaiswal. Hey guys, good work and good insights. Just want to ask a question: is wrong selections players is for India or for India? We'll break it down. Playing Vision. If you're new, please subscribe. And of course, like this video as well. Hi, Ansh, and hi, Cool Kid as well. And I hope you'll do auction watch along. We are Ansh Mehrotra. We are on Tuesday. Glad you reminded me. We're going to be
Yeah, I hope Hunch doesn't have any school exams the next day.
Yeah, I hope so as well. And I want to come and to your channel and watch the auction with all you guys if possible. Please consider this as a request. Look, we're doing a lot of funky new things with fans and you guys, especially in 2024. So just watch this space, Ansh, and all you guys, of course, who regularly tune in. Right, Gale's in strike, and I think he was dismissed for a duck, right? A 2-ball duck the last time out. Got an absolute perler. what are you expecting of Shubman Gill this time? Because obviously Rituraj Gaikwad's illness means that it's another chance for Gill.
Yeah, I mean, Gill would definitely want to score at least a 50, and I more than that, I hope the same kind of dismissal is not repeated, where he's taken in by the by the ball coming in. Good shot,
Shot. That
shot.
is typical Gill, and he gets off to
So
a flying start. Brilliant stuff over there. Guys, just take this one. We'll open up with playing vision. Hey guys, great work. Just want to ask you a question. Do you think the wrong selection of players is the reason for India's IC drought, or is it not in the 10 years different players have played different World Cups?
uh, I don't think all these tournaments can be clubbed together.
Hmm.
Uh, there have been times when I feel that India have played the best squad, and they've sometimes been undone by the conditions. Uh, oh,
Oh, good
sometimes
take.
they've overperformed to reach to the knockouts. That has also happened, and sometimes they've just had a bad day. The most recent case is that they had a very good team, and it's just that the pitch really did not help them. And there was a report that came out that you know uh, out of the 8 pitches that were rated average, India were featuring in 5 of them. So yeah, if you've had that kind of a shot, that's a good shot.
Great shot. And it'll trickle away, I feel. Yeah, it will.
Yeah. So if you've had this kind of a team which is 110 on the trot and still you don't trust them to do the job on that day, then maybe you don't deserve to win. And yeah, so I wouldn't really say it's just because of wrong selection of players. And sometimes you've had cases where even wrong selections have led to something else, and a lot of these selections are labeled as wrong or right only after the tournament.
Yeah.
With the benefit of hindsight, you can sort of say which selection is right or wrong, but I don't think
Oh,
selections
for
been
more.
selections been that much of an issue, because selection doesn't happen with the benefit of hindsight. It happens on the basis of how you rate a player, how or what kind of brand do you want to play, and what do you think is your best chance to win the game. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Tushar saying, why is everyone so angry about the selection? They're not talking about this one, Tushar. They're just talking about the last 10 years
No,
as
but
well. And
people are angry about this selection as well. That is
yeah,
a fair question.
I mean, there'll always be guys playing devil's advocate out there in Indian cricket 100%. Civi, good to see you in the comments. The great thing about India losing in knockouts is that they always find a new way of doing so. He goes on to say India has to score 220 plus, even then they can lose. Goes on to cricket. I mean, of course, get your predictions in. How much you think India will score, because South Africa have some serious power with Klaasen and all of them. Mehul, good to see you as well. Open your accounts in the comments. Aiden Markram's going to be bowling with the new
This
ball
is
as well. It'll
interesting.
be interesting to see. Straight away,
Not
Jaiswal sweeps before. Great shot. Time to follow the Gita philosophy. Cricket dekho, cup ki ichha mat rakho. Goes on to say Mehul. And next, why don't you answer this one from Yashwant? Because he goes on to say, how do you think Gill should approach his innings? Should he be the anchor or be the aggressive man today? Or generally?
I think generally it's very much sorted. He'll be the accelerating anchor, so to speak, and you just have to play the situation.
Yeah.
You have Jaiswal at the other end who's going to go hard, and again it'll depend on setup and who is batting with. Something that we observed about Virat also, that when you had Shardul batting down, ooh, is that a? Who's that?
Oh,
I, that
Mr.
was
No, I
him.
Palik.
think it's sliding down.
Yeah, just sliding down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Though if they take the DRS, you never know
You
if it
never know.
returns
Super
to be
sport,
hitting.
super sport.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that bit about no Virat batting differently when you had Shardul at 8 and when you had Shami at 8. So, that will always be the case with your anchors. So, he'll be an accelerating anchor. So far, I don't think he's found his tempo as well. So, he has some time to get that right also.
Okay, fair enough. Uh, Vasantarayan saying, I find this bowling really lacking.
Oh, sorry.
Goes on to say,
Oh,
yes, speaking of South Africa and their bowling, let's just clear these comments up quickly, boys. Why Klaasen and Miller can't sit up? Why start bench for new player?
why would you not give them a chance? I
Yeah.
mean, I mean,
Just give
again,
them.
see, it depends on what they feel for Donovan, and they probably want to give Miller and Klassen good time out as well. So again, it will not know
Oh,
exactly,
sure.
but that's a great shot. We'll
Yeah.
not know exactly. We'll keep guessing, but I'm not reading too much into these selections at this point of time.
Okay. And then if it makes you think, sorry, there was a little stat over there as well. In a short T20 international career, Shubman Gill has got 87 runs at a staggering strike rate of 202.3 against left-arm pacers
Hmm.
without a dismissal. His best against a bowling types. Thanks for that little stat nugget, and more such stats available on cricket.com on the website right now. I wish I could share it. Now,
Short.
Will, what a shot that
Shot.
is. And that's the first six of
Yeah.
Yep.
tonight's proceedings. And there's
Yep.
so many sixes going to come because Joe Berg, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the previews and all of that we did on cricket.com. It's six hitting central in South Africa, about some 386s already in its T20 international history, which is crazy. Speaking of South Africa, Sahil goes on to say, what is this SA bowling option in the test series considering Rabada, Nokia, and Ngidi not confirmed? Two, Marco Coetzee and other options. Marco's going to start. Coetzee's going to start. Coetzee's played 2 tests. He's taken 9 wickets. Marco's played 11 tests, taken 44 wickets. The big three, obviously, South Africa would have loved them, but maybe a new entrant, Gurkirat, who do you think will fill that void?
Difficult to say at this point of time because last time I think they had Duane Oliver playing. Uh, so can't say it at this point
I
of
think
time. But
Vian
Rabada being
Mulder
out is
maybe with that.
confirmed because that is something that I only. Sorry.
Yeah, like a Vian Mulder maybe as a third pacer.
Yeah, Mulder is also there. No, but is Rabada being
Oh,
out confirmed?
yeah.
Is Rabada being
It came,
out confirmed?
yeah, it's confirmed.
Because I only heard it from you.
And then,
No, it's confirmed. It's confirmed. And Ngidi is
बढ़िया.
also like, slightly unavailable. So let's see how that goes. Oh,
Oi, that's
this
straight
time gone. Sweeping across the line in
left
Shubman
arm
Gill's
spinner,
finishes.
left arm spinner
It's
first over.
something that Nikhil had brought up in the World Cup.
Yeah, indeed. By the way, keep your comments coming
Ah,
through. Good to see you. It's not a hoodie. I mean, it is a hoodie, but you know what I mean? Like, in the sense, I wish I could show this to you guys. Like, literally, it's got my name on it. I don't know if you guys
क्या
can see
बात
it.
है?
But yeah,
Yeah, we can.
essentially, it's like one of those
Nice.
football hoodies, which is like really good, especially in the winter. And Bangalore, it gets a little nippy. So just kind of being cautious. I came back from a run, so don't want to catch a sickness, anything like that. Not confirmed that a chance of Rabada missing. I mean, essentially, I just did read it through a lot of things on X, and I thought it was definitely confirmed. I think it might be. But what's that space will give you more clarity on that indeed. And now Gurkirat's getting his jump on because he feels a little nip in the air as well. Like this video, guys. And if you guys are genuinely liking our content, please comment and tell us what you guys want to see in 2024. We'll put a poll out with regards to whether we should start doing gaming in terms of a separate segment every week. If you guys are into Cricket 24 and all sorts of wicked and funny commentary, let us know if that will work on our platform. Thoughts on Faf aiming for an international comeback in T20s? He's still got, I mean, he should have never retired, to be fair. And I don't know why he would put franchisees over country, but that's a chat for another day. But do you think that will actually happen, Nix, in the 2024 World Cup? Faf du Plessis back in South African colours?
Well, there were rumors about it happening in this T20 World Cup as well, the one that went by. So
Yeah.
again, you can. Oi,
Oh,
how do you get
God.
out? Tilak
Back
first
to
ball.
back wickets, and even the mother's not liking it clearly with abuses in the background. But point being, Yashasvi Jaiswal gone. It's Tilak.
It's Tilak
What
Verma first
Tilak?
ball.
Sorry, my bad. Tilak Verma gone first ball. And again, Maharaj dangling the carrot. It was not so much to Shubman Gill because it was pretty much darted in. He was like playing across the line. But Kukirat, sometimes you got to laud bravery. If it comes off, he goes through the gap. We're like, oh my God, this is the intent we want to see. But it also has its own pitfalls, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's always the case, and that is why it's a very slippery slope to sometimes judge intent, or judge innings basis on the lack of it, or sometimes too much intent. So if it doesn't work out like today, you can very easily say that this is reckless. But maybe if this shot was 2 feet above or 3 feet above, or had he just middled it better and gone for four, everyone would have praised the intent. So it is always a slippery slope like that, and I do feel sometimes batting in T20 cricket is like that. You really need these half percentages to go your way.
Indeed. Sky's come out to bat, and there's a question about
By
Sky.
the way, you know what you were
Yeah.
saying about Duplessis' retirement. I don't think he retired ever from T20s. It was only Test matches.
Way that was
Yeah, he never
missing.
retired from T20, saying Sahil. Oh my word.
Gill's
Gil
LW
was
was
missing.
missing.
Oh, I just saw that. Yeah. Faf was kicked out. No. No, he wasn't kicked out. I just generally think that maybe because of that lean
ए भाई
fall.
क्या बता रहा है?
What is that? What is
This is
DRS?
for, this one's for
That's ridiculous.
कोई नहीं.
By the way, how much am I dreading United Liverpool? I don't want to talk about it, please. All the football chat can wait some other day. And if you guys had to pick Jaiswal's opening partner today, who would it be? Gil, Ritu, or Viral? Obviously, talking about Virat.
uh, at this point of time, you'll still have to say Shubman Gill, but by a very very thin margin over Rutu. There's not much to choose between the two.
And Viral?
I've answered that many times. I'm not answering it again.
अरे वायरल कोई दूसरा बंदा है भाई.
नहीं तो जो अच्छा करेगा वो वायरल हो जाएगा फिर. Like, we
Okay,
also
and
hope to we also hope to become viral.
Next, take this one because Yashwant's asking, what is Sky's best position? 3 or 4?
Number three. He's
Eyes
batting at
closed?
first just to give people chances at that spot.
Avnish has a viral idea. You talking in Punjabi and me talking in Telugu.
Telugu, Kannada.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Kannada. Oh.
Yeah, for sure. I have to just read lyrics of like Shubh and AP Dillon. Maybe then I can like
Tillo.
Dillon.
Oh.
AP Dillon. It's like it's not the same like as Merv Dillon, right? It's AP Dillon. But they're spelled
Tillo.
the same, are they?
No, Tillo.
Dillon. Yeah, fair enough. What are the chances that Tilak gets to bowl an over or two today because Sky feels bad for him?
No, he should be
Negative.
bowling anyway because
Yeah, regardless, what is the sentimental
you keep
way to
talking
go
about
about
none
it?
of the top six bowling. So yeah, you should bowl him anyway, regardless of the result.
Okay. After watching the high quality Fox broadcast this morning, this feels so meek. Yeah, I mean, talk about the games today, boys. I mean, I know like there was nothing to really go about apart from Warner's 100 there. But did you like the look of the Pakistan new quicks? I mean, Kurram, what was his name?
Kuram Shehzad.
Kurram
Yeah,
Shahzad.
I think he was very good.
And
I think it was very good to begin with. Held. Sorry, sorry. Just excuse me.
Bless you.
Sorry. Yeah, thanks. I think he just held his line well.
Yeah.
Shaheen probably tried too much.
Oh
Sorry.
my word. They say the ball travels in the bull ring. It does. That's gone like, I don't know, 30 seats back. That's madness. But yeah, I mean, Pakistan, Australia, a great sort of first day for Australia. But I don't know, I was expecting a little bit more from Shan Masood, even though I wouldn't judge him crazily. But let's see how Pakistan do with the bat in hand. That's the more important question. And then I love the India-England's women test match because all the batters got runs. I know the openers didn't, but it was good to see that go down well. Apart from Harmanpreet Kaur's run out. And it's a no ball right now. It's going to be a free hit. So Lizard Williams in his first over already kind of making the mistake of overstepping. Yeah, sorry, Nix. What did you like about Thursday's cricketing action? Talk to me. Australia, Pakistan, and then, of course, the India women's test match.
Yeah, I think Warner's intent was great, especially that lap shot that he hit to Shaheen. It was refreshing, and just the way that he can bat again tells you he has a home average of 59 for a reason. So he's made the most of that. Smith's getting in, getting out was also something that caught my eye. That it's continued to happen. Marnus, for a change, did not have any slice of luck which now I'm expecting to happen in the second innings. He'll get 100 drop catches, 5,000 umpires call in his favor. So that is pending. From the India women's game, uh, liked Mandana. I hoped she could kick on, but Jemmy played great, and also Shubha Satish. She was excellent. The first shot itself had you with that cover drive. So she was very enterprising, and Kaur, I just don't know what to do with that bat getting stuck there. Uh, I don't know. Maybe the bat needs to get more rounded. Something the MS has done with his bat as well. That make it slide so that it doesn't stick, because it's the most irritating way to get out. And again, 49, stupid number that. So that just had to happen. And we still have our game to go. That is West Indies, and of course there is this game. So let's see
Yeah,
what we
indeed.
have to catch from these two.
Fantastic Thursday indeed. And Harmanpreet, Sibi, I generally feel it was not lackadaisical this time. I just feel like she was looking at the fielder so much so that she thought for a second that she'd got her bat over the line, and then she just like kind of screams it over the line, and obviously it didn't help with the fact that it got stuck into the ground. But yeah, fantastic to see that. Fantastic to see the women's test match generally. I've enjoyed it. Might be 400
God.
plays 400. Sky has skied that and gone miles for six. Not miles, but like just over the boundary rope. But what a way to end the fourth over. India 45 for 2. And sync your streams into this watch along, all you 44 people. So we can, of course, react together, watch together, and you can ask us anything that you want. Max Mojo going on to say, anyone watched India A versus South Africa A test? Not really. Please update me in the comments if you guys have. Playing Vision, guys, do you think international cricket is still better than IPL in terms of toughness? And is this SA team bowling better than any IPL team? Kukirat?
Um, this is a tricky one to answer because many times in T20 bilaterals you don't have the first 11s playing, right? So in that case, yes, there could be some bowling attacks in the IPL that could be stronger than the ones in international cricket. Having said that, when it comes to the World T20 events, or then you'd have to say that international teams are better because of them having covered far more bases. But just like in the IPL, there are some teams who are better prepared for all situations and have more bases covered. It's a similar case in international cricket as well. You know that there are some teams who have not covered those bases, and you can hit them there. It happened even in the ODI World Cup. And, like we had discussed in the preview about a few teams, a lot of teams, their weaknesses and how they lost those matches panned out exactly in that manner. Oh!
Oh, it's got it over. For a second, even I was having my heart in my mouth, but it'll trickle away for four, will it? It does. And I think it'll bring up India's 50 as well.
Left
Uh,
arm spin is also an issue for
don't
Sky.
don't mention the
I
bowling type. I don't want to.
I just wrote a minute back, time for an extra cover loft, because you could see that happening. So he
Yeah.
tried that, but yeah, glad it went over point, because he'll try it again. So let's see.
Yeah,
Hopefully
sigh
next
of
time better
relief,
connection.
and I mean, important that Sky stays in because I know India need to win this, but generally also for the entertainment value of the game, it'll be good to see Sky get some runs again. Maharaj
Yeah.
this time top ball. So India going well in the power play despite losing the two wickets. Let us know how you guys think of them as a team right now with this squad. What do you think about Gill walking in, replacing Gaikwad? Even Vasan Narayan saying, why is Arsteep still persisted? What happened to Bishnoi? I mean,
Oh, I
oh, what
saw
a
it.
shot that is! Oh my word,
Wow.
he's walked that and he's hit it for six. That is just unbelievable. I don't think I've seen a shot like that in my life. Have you guys?
I only remember KP doing something like that. I can't
But
recall
walking
anybody else.
and playing at the same time.
Yeah, like coming down, because he almost just took one step and then like this.
Yeah,
That's proper flamingo, right? So
that is insane. Sky, stop it. At
incredible
times,
timing.
it's
No, no, don't stop it.
sometimes
Yeah, let him play.
no, in a sarcastic way because he makes it
Nice.
look so easy. It's unbelievable. Don't want to put the mockers on him.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
not want to
yeah,
put the mockers on him. Yeah, and some great Vijay Hazare trophy as well.
yeah,
Rajasthan, Karnataka, Deepak Hooda playing a blinder. Did see that. And thank you for the update, Sahil, about the India A, South Africa A
yeah.
test. Because
That yeah.
we knew that, but I mean, I didn't personally. These boys must have. But for alerting my memory, smashed away, no run there. So 56 for 2, 5 overs gone. Let us know in the comments really quickly then how much India will score in the final over the power play. Will it be 10, 12, 8, 15? You can tell us, and maybe you can get a surprise gift from one of us if that's all right. Cam Green, chronic kidney disease. Can he play cricket for the upcoming
Yeah,
matches? And RCB management for thought whether he can. I mean, first and foremost, our thoughts are with him and hope all's
yeah,
well in terms of the Green household. And I think it should be all right. But of course, we can't speculate right now, and I don't want
yeah,
to as well with this
yeah.
matter. Lizard Williams, and good to see you, Mukul. Like this particular video. Lizard Williams came around the wicket on free hit. Is that allowed? It is. You
Yeah,
can go.
it's
You can
allowed.
change. Yeah, you can't. You can't
What's not
literally
allowed is
change the
changing
field.
the field if the batter is the same.
Yeah, indeed. India must wins in T20 internationals. Literally 100% away from home. So maybe they can keep the 100% going. Oh, what a
Good
shot that
shot,
is!
good shot, good shot.
It's just a
Shabash,
little
shabash.
poke down the ground for four, and Jaiswal's looking on it tonight. 14 balls for 27. Sal Nagdev, going to say Test Cricketer of the Year, Khwaja ahead, or any choice. Essentially, I mean, you'd have to look at one of the Aussies, wouldn't you? Nicks?
Darren Mitchell's also been good.
Mitchell's been good as
Yeah,
well. And what happened to Bishnoi, number one bowler? I mean, he's warming the
Nothing
bench.
has happened to him. Nothing.
Nothing's
He's
happened
there.
to him. But is it safe to say then, Gurkirat, that Bishnoi is the incumbent spinner right now in the T20s and Kuldeep is just an experiment?
Yeah, I feel so.
Yeah. Oh, he's picked the bones
Yeah,
out of that.
I feel so. I definitely think so.
Yeah, and it has to be that. I mean, with regards to Bishnoi and what he's done so far in the shortest format, I'd love to see him in that West Indies starting 11. But
And
of course,
just want to say this. Sometimes not playing a few games can make your case even better.
yeah,
The last game and this game, they've happened on absolute proper batting beauties. So
no,
there's a
indeed.
good chance that even Vishnoi, if had Vishnoi played and he had gone for those 40 runs, which you couldn't really fault the bowler for doing that as well.
Oh,
Oh,
one bounce.
sometimes because that's how conditions are. Like in the conditions were very difficult when India came on to bowl in that last game, and today also it looks like that it would be a 200 par kind of a wicket. So
Yeah.
then you get judged, without much context. Oh, you gave away 40 runs. So sometimes just being out of the 11 is not the worst thing to happen. Just sometimes.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, if you guys have missed a cricket game and then you guys look at the scorecard and then you'd be like, oh my God, how did this guy leak so much? You have to go and see it in terms of the conditions as well. It's very easy to judge it on scorecards and it doesn't really
I
tell you a
always
lot.
read the live blog when I miss that.
Yeah, 100%. Cricket, Sky should play three. Yeah, we just, of course, discussed that 100% indeed. Shubman Gill in T20 internationals versus pace, and you look at that comparison versus spin and make what you want of it. Today was a dismissal, an LBW, which he should have reviewed on in hindsight, of course, but it seemed crashing at that point in time. Shardul Thakur scored a 70 plus in India A versus South Africa A. He played in the South Africa series last time that they were here, so don't be surprised if Shardul does start, but I know they want to accommodate Ashwin and Jadeja as well. 61 for 2, is it? Yeah,
They won't
61
play
for 2.
Ashwin Jadeja both, though. I don't think they'll play Ashwin
I
Jadeja.
know it's wishful thinking, but yeah, I agree with you. They'll have to
Yeah,
play either
it'll
one of
probably
them.
be four pacers.
Yeah, for sure. Siraj bowled exceptionally well. Won't reflect in the figures in the last game, I think, except one bowl, which was very full. He was on the money. And Sahil echoing Nick's thoughts in terms of one of them should play. Australia in the last 220 internationals in South Africa in this match have covers fielders, plays perfectly for Jaiswal. He scored through there a lot. Yeah, it's about finding angles and your bearings right, getting your bearings right as a fielder. I mean, obviously you guys have heard that so much so, but even with Jaiswal, sometimes he likes to kind of explore all angles on the offside, and it's a good observation that you made there, Mukul. Meanwhile, do tell people about cricket.com because it's a historic day if you guys are just joining us. 40K on YouTube, and we've absolutely loved it. I'll tell you what, I will, of course, be generous right now by just presenting the refurbished website because it will tell you a lot of things. One is you can literally Go check it out right now. There's lots to love in terms of what you can explore there. The games are thick and fast, so you can check all of them. There's good written pieces, talking points, live analysis, features of that sort. And then, of course, lots of fun videos as well. And this one, too, India's first ever T20 International, which was, of course, in South Africa in 2006. And Graham Smith, who played in that particular one, gives his thoughts on it. Right. So that
Avnish,
is that. But yeah, go on.
yeah, can you name the Indian 11 that played that game? I think it's a fun exercise.
Yeah, I think I can. I think I can. I'll go Seva Gambhir.
I don't think Gambhir played it.
No? Okay,
Sachin.
I'm gonna. I know Dinesh Mongia was there. I know Dinesh Karthik was there.
That's the only T20I that Sachin has played.
Sachin was there. So Sachin Sehwag. I think perhaps I'm gonna go for um, Dinesh Mongia, then Dinesh Karthik, MSD. Who
No,
was there? Dhoni was not there.
he was there, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, Dhoni was there. Dhoni was there.
Dhoni was there as well. Um, what
We
There
running
about
was
thoughts.
Ajit Agarkar,
Ajit Agarkar?
Zahir
Uh,
Khan.
Harbhajan,
Irfan.
Irfan, they were all there. Harbhajan, Irfan, Zahir, and एक
I
और
think Srisanth also played.
Yeah, Srishant also played.
आगरकर श्री साधु के था possibly 5 bowlers.
Hmm.
बढ़िया है?
So एक player missing है, one batsman.
Yeah, I'll check now एक second. Not
Wait
take
one
long.
second. I'll tell you. Sehwag, Tendulkar, Mongia, Dhoni, Karthik, Raina,
अच्छा
Pathan, Harbhajan, Zahir, Agarkar, Srishant.
अच्छा okay.
But Gurkira, you know, South Africa's lineup that day was
Yeah,
also quite
yeah.
puzzling in terms of their bowling lineup.
I remember
Yeah.
Lutz Bosman getting out to Zahir, caught at slips.
Yeah, you're right about that. And
So
AB didn't fire either. And their bowlers were basically Robin Peterson, good old Robin Peterson, left arm spinner, and then Tyron Henderson, Roger Telemarcus's action I used to love as a kid and emulate,
Yeah.
and then Charles Lagerfeld, who of course good old RCB lad. But yeah, I mean crazy to think of that middle order: Gibbs, Justin Kemp, AB de Villiers, Albie Morkel. That is some firepower.
I think Justin Kemp's one of the f- I, I, I think few of the best cricket that Justin Kemp has played. It came in the ICL. He was just so good in the ICL. Would just keep smashing it all the time.
More than the ICL, my favorite Justin Kemp memory was
Oh, hey, don't
for
catch it.
no,
Sorry.
no, I think long gone is there. So 64 for 2, 6.5. My favorite Justin Kemp memory would probably be against England in this ODI series where he absolutely took it apart. That was the same series I think Peterson debuted for England in 2005.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Justin Kemp was
and
on
Peterson scored
fire.
3 centuries, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peterson was on fire, man. Like he wanted to kind of come out and make his statement, and he did. But yeah, let us know your favorite India South Africa T20 international memories, guys. Was it obviously
Oi.
stupid Perth where we lost to them? Was it I don't know the India South Africa 2007 T20 World Cup game? I remember Dinesh Karthik took a blinder to dismiss.
That is an unforgettable game. I
Graham
don't think
Smith.
anybody. I think 2007 is the one World Cup where, of course, that you because you won, it was you remember it more. But that 2007 entire World Cup had some extravagantly special, crazy games. Every
Yeah,
game had something different and something special.
Zimbabwe beating Australia, bro.
That I know exactly where I was, who I was talking to, and what was the joke that we had when Ponting got out. So again, these are just nostalgic memories.
But which game really caught your attention? Was it the bowl out? Was it India, Australia, and that Srishant getting Gilchrist Hayden, or was it the final itself? Because for me, even India, England, and that Yuvraj 6 sixes, every game, like you said, Nix was insanely in terms of memories attached.
For me, it was West Indies, South Africa.
The first
Oh,
game.
the first one.
Very first game. The very first game. Because, uh, I mean, we had seen in 2005 also, and whatever little you could see in the other friendlies that teams played, that just freed you up. Like, wow, 3 hours, so much runs, wickets, and it's fun. And Gale taking off. I think there was just something very pleasing about the way Gale normalized T20 batting in terms of he was the one who set the bar for everyone to follow. That
Yeah,
and that's a four. Yep.
short, short.
Yep. And he
No,
had a
but he,
98, 98 or
yeah.
something odd in that very first game. So it's
Didn't he get
incredible.
100?
I think Gibbs got a 98, Gale got a 100.
Gale got 117.
Uh,
Yeah, that's
so
mad.
somebody
And
got a 98. But I
and
can't
Sivi
remember
goes on to
which
say
one.
South Africa India 2012 T20 was also a nice one. Too bad we got knocked out in the same match even
Yeah.
after winning. I remember that in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
That
But
tournament was sad. I only remember the
in,
India Pakistan game.
which one? In 2012?
Yeah. And I think Kohli was like cover driving Ajmal for fun.
He did charge him and hit him for a six to long on, and then he did late cut him for a boundary towards third man. But he charged actually Umar Gul on a free hit. He charged actually Umar Gul on a free hit to hit a boundary. But in that 2007 World T20, the one of the games that I loved was also the India New Zealand one, because uh, India had to chase India had to
Well,
chase some
anyway,
190, and the start that Gambhir and Sehwag
Gambhir
gave,
and
I
Sehwag,
think
yeah.
they were 70 or 75 in 6 overs or something like
Hey,
that.
Yeah.
that's out.
Oh, is
This
it
is
a
gone.
wicket?
This is
Shamsi
gone.
thinks he's already got him and he's walked across and ran across the pitch. Klaasen is like, this is not happening, bruv. I don't think I'm going to
But
take the
I
review.
think they should take the review.
But do you think it's
I
spinning
think
away? Was it the wrong one?
I
I
felt
don't
it
think.
looks I felt it looks straight, but okay,
Yeah,
let's see.
Yeah, I'm with Nick's here. I
but
think it
like I'm
just,
I'm very surprised that it's not been given out on the field.
I mean, good on Mr.
Oh,
Palekar, but India 69 for 2, 7.3. And here is South Africa's review because they know it is a big fish of Suryakumar Yadav. Akhil completely echo those thoughts. Yuvraj six sixes will always be remembered indeed. When did RCB pick Kale? 2010. 2010 he got came
Never
in.
really picked him.
I mean, we
Came as a
basically got him as
replacement.
replacement for
replacement.
Dirk Nannis.
Doug Mannis.
But yeah, Max Mojo, 2011, he's saying, sorry, stand corrected. Which IPL team and year had the best bowling attack based on potential, not necessarily performance? 2022 RCB is a good shout for number one.
2016 SRH was good.
Yeah,
Very
I
good.
would say 2016 SRH.
2009 Delhi was also good.
Yeah.
2009 Delhi.
10
Yeah,
CSK also
they
was
didn't
good
end up
at home.
winning it, did they?
No, तो winning तो obviously कहाँ
I
तो
mean, it's not like RCB won 2022 either.
Uh,
But what about Mumbai's 2020 campaign?
yeah, that was also good. I'm not again not able to get the exact vibes of being able to say कि ये तो 100% better था. 2019 one तो I want to forget, but ठीक है.
So I'll say
2019
GT on
year
merit.
only was forgettable.
GT on merit.
Yeah, yeah. GT paper.
Oh, it's pitching outside leg by fractions. But yeah, South Africa wastes their review and a good call from umpire Alauddin Palekar. Love his names as much as his decisions, indeed. Mumbai had McClanagan in 2020. Yeah, but they still popped it up, right, with winning it. And they were absolutely brilliant with regard to that. Shamsi is literally Imran Tahir in personality. Yeah, he runs across like crazy. But in terms of celebrations, Shamsi is right up there, dude. Like, the one when he took it out and there was a sword which comes out from the CPL and all that. I was just like, what is that? Like, that is crazy, bro. Like when you saw it, Gurki, I'm presuming you've seen that, right?
yeah, I've seen that video. Yeah, the man's done crazy stuff in terms of celebrations, and you
But
need
how is that
characters like that.
allowed? Don't umpires check you in terms of like your skins also? Or is that like some crazy thing?
I know it's a rule in football for sure that the umpires do check what you're wearing. Like you're not allowed to wear anything on your hands. So, but I don't know, man, how that
Oh,
was allowed.
short. Is he got four?
Short.
He's got four. Brilliant. I actually like the look of the stadium as well. Joburg, like we've grown up watching it, but like whenever we see India play these grass banks and like those slightly straightish boundaries, it's good to see. And obviously, in the air, Shishan takes it comes straight to your mind when you think of Johannesburg. Favorite Joburg memory, Paji?
Yeah, has to be
434,
that.
434 also is there, no, on this?
434 was Joburg. 2006, when India won their first ever Test match in South Africa, was also Joburg when Srisant hit that six to Andre Nel.
And
So Joburg has
who
had
took the winning catch?
memories.
Sehwag takes a winning catch, right?
In that game,
Yeah,
I'm
when we
not
won the
sure.
series.
I think if I'm not wrong, I think Anil Kumble got that last wicket. I'm not sure,
Yeah, Kumble got the last wicket. Maybe it
but
was Sehwag's catch, but yeah, great memories. In
so
terms of
there is that. In fact,
AB's
not
knocks,
not just
anyone?
434, not just 434. At this venue, South Africa could have chased the highest ever test match chase as well, versus India itself in 2013.
That run
The
out,
same,
that
yeah, two runouts, and
two
Ajinkya
run outs.
Rahane came good with two
Yeah.
runouts. So there was that, and yeah, I mean, but Johannesburg was also where India won that test match in 2018 on such a monstrous pitch. Short.
Short, man.
So
Wow, this
Johannesburg
point, man.
has been a decent enough hunting ground for India.
Yeah, and yeah, I remember VRV saying bowling introspect
Yeah.
in
We
2006.
are we are missing Srisant, Zahir, and Kumble.
Yeah. And good to see you, Vikramaditya. Hello to you as well. Hope you're doing well. And where are you watching this game? Are you even really caring about the series? Guys, let us know your thoughts because I know we're sick and tired of bilaterals, but we obviously love cricket, so we can't stop watching it. So where do you guys sit in terms of cricket viewing after that sad, sad Sunday in November? But yeah, the FAF ABD partnership 2013 one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one Vicky was
In
talking
fact,
about.
ABD's that fastest ODI 100 also came here only,
Yeah.
Johannesburg.
Introspect saying Surya stuck 21 of 19. He'll come good because Jaiswal's going great guns, so it's a little bit of a role exchanging here, but they need to buy their time a little bit because India, remember, need to pile on huge runs here. I mean, one guy in the comments was literally saying 220 is also not enough. By the way, Crick Nerd saying, do you guys remember that iconic decision by Delhi Daredevils replacing purple cap holder Moni Morkel with a random Indian player in the playoff match in IPL? Who was that Indian player?
Sunny Gupta.
He's
Sunny
playing.
Gupta.
He's playing the Legends League.
Is it?
Yeah, rightly too.
Sunny Gupta.
Yeah. The logic behind that was that I think Irfan had gotten injured or someone had got shot.
Yeah, for more. You
So
had Irfan in the first season and then he went to Kings.
no, it is. This is 2012. This is 2012. Irfan Pathan started with Punjab, but 2012 Irfan Pathan was there. I think what happened was Irfan had gotten injured, and then they wanted to play an all-rounder, so they got in Dre Russ,
Yeah.
and then they chose to drop Morne Morkel to play Sunny Gupta, who's also a Tamil Nadu player at that point of time, and he was taken to the cleaners by Murli Vijay. Murli Vijay scored a ton.
Sunny Gupta. Sounds
Yeah.
like some, I don't know, Delhi advocate
Yeah.
name or whatever. But Vikramaditya going to see couldn't care less. TV's on when Rinku was on. Sorry. At least you can tune into us in terms of the watch along because even if it's really shit games that India play, whenever there's a T20, you guys can hop on and we can just do some lots of chatting, lots of bakchodi, all of that. Is that the pink jersey one that they were playing, the 2013 ABD FAF one? I think it
Yeah.
was.
So I think from 2011 or something, the ODI in Johannesburg has always been the pink ODI, where there is
Yeah.
awareness for cancer.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that everybody remembers that Shahid Afridi 153-meter six that
Yeah.
he hit
I think
that
it was
very
hit
day.
to Ryan McLaren, right?
Yeah, I think so. But it was just a great six. I mean, no ball
But
Yeah.
free hit.
tell me something. Are South Africa playing in pink for this ODI series? One of the games?
If they play the ODI in Johannesburg, then that should be the
They are
case.
playing in Johannesburg, na? They're playing one in
Huh.
Johannesburg at Port Elizabeth, and then one more was
So
somewhere
it
in
should be
Palm.
the case. Or if they have any other ODI coming up in Johannesburg in this season, then they might wear pink then. No,
I
but
thought
yeah,
about
the
that.
first ODI. No, the first ODI is Pink Day. That's what it's saying.
They
So
just
yeah,
showed
Huh.
it.
Yeah,
So
so they
yeah,
will play.
with regards to South African's pink jersey, only that one thing comes to mind: that bees hovering around that helmet. I don't know if you guys have seen that. All the honeybees which
This is
came
when
around. This was against Sri Lanka, maybe 2017, 2018, and the whole. I mean, not the crowd, but all the players was just lying down flat because I think there was a beehive which broke out, and you should go check it out. Just go type it in YouTube. South Africa, Sri Lanka, bees, and it was a pink jersey game, and I remember that vividly. Sachin, we're watching it on Stars, so we're not on Hotstar, so you tune into the TV. It's pretty much same time for everyone, indeed. And Rachit, good to see you this evening. Please like this video and tell your friends so they can join in and get featured as well with regards to this watch along. Have we already talked about Harman's dismissal? Yes, we have, sweetie. We've also spoken about the fact that it was not lackadaisical, but it was more, I don't know. Was it Danny Watt who ran out, Knicks? Or was it Charlie Dean? I mean, no, Charlie Dean was probably bowling.
Yeah. No, I don't. I'm not worried about who's the fielder there. I'm just
Yeah,
too stuck, just like Herman, just stuck there. Just at the. I mean, Star even showed the hologram or something of that 50.
yeah.
It looked that done कि भाई हो गया done. मतलब आगे बढ़ते हैं. But
No, indeed.
and I don't know how many have you noticed. There is a Mitali Raj ad where she's showing. I don't know. I can't remember which brand it is or what it is for. But in that also she's running, and there is an expressive shot of she sliding the bat, and it reminds me of that dismissal that happened in that final. And I'm like, I don't know if it is meant to be like that, or maybe just my attention just went to that aspect. This first instance, crazy.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, they're showing the replay of the Indian wickets, by the way. And Vikas Singh Sunny is such a Delhi name. If you guys are missing that chat, true Indian cricket fans can never get enough cricket. Going on to Sid Tushar and Vikramaditya again. Avnish Nota, an England football supporter too. I'm not. I'm a Portugal football fan since 2004 Euros. I loved England as well as a second team, but this is just a football jersey which I just picked up. I don't know why people tag on to that so much, but it's not a trifecta disappointment. Growing up watching, obviously, India do really well under Ganguly, watching RCB obviously competing a little bit, making it to the 2009, 2011 final, all of that stuff. And United were always winners. So I enjoyed my time. I can't even tell you, as a United fan, I know it's just been in the doldrums in the last 10 years, but right now I could say I probably had the best times, even better than a City fan or a Liverpool fan, but that's a conversation for another day. Speaking of Ray Russ, big man is back. Saw that in that first T20, got some handy wickets and smoked some out of the park. There were a couple of sixes. I think one Kyle Mayer's hit went miles, and there
Miles,
was, I
yeah,
think, not Shea Hope. Was it Shea Hope who also cleared the stadium? But
yeah. But Russell one to went like out of West Indies. So,
yeah, that was mad. That was honestly mad. Remember that series is a good watch, and like Nick mentioned, the second T20 is later on today, and the stopwatch rule is of course being implemented for the first time by the ICC, which is a great sort of innovation. It just helps in reducing overrates and keeping a timely check on things. Let us know if you guys agree with that rule in the first place. We spoke about it on Monday Night Live as well. Gurkirat, really quickly about that stop clock rule. We've seen it in tennis with the 25-second serving rule. Do you think this will actually get everyone on time and be like, chalo, 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 kaam kar lo?
see if it's implemented well, it will probably take away the penalty which comes in the last over or two sometimes.
Yeah, single.
Yeah, but again, I'm worried how will it get implemented, because sometimes the conditions are just too tough. uh,
Yeah.
like how we have seen in the afternoon games in the IPL, it gets really difficult to then sort of complete overs on time. So let's see how do the umpires enforce it and go about it. But good to see something being done on that front.
Okay. Sibi goes on to say, generally, I'm more excited about this WTC cycle than any white ball tournament. This cycle has such good series coming up. I agree indeed with you. Generally, WTC, when it came out as a contest and concept as well, I was just really peering to every particular test match. Not like I didn't before, but much more relevant on each game right now. And Vikramaditya going on an ad saying the name Ryan McLaren brings back Ravi Shastri, saying Tendulkar owns a Ferrari, and now he's owning a McLaren when he was playing against
Yeah,
KKR.
I think this was 2010 IPL when
Yeah,
Sachin was playing really well.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
He got that.
it is so rare also now that which is the last good line that you remember on commentary? I can't. Maybe in the last 1 year, so maybe we are doing watch alongs, so we don't hear a lot of commentary.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't recall, and I don't. I love to know people
Again,
from the people also because you
I
guys
don't know
hear a
what
lot.
exactly Pommy Mbangwa said, but then when Zimbabwe beat Pakistan in the
Yes, I
past,
remember that. That
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 was pretty
the
good.
T20 World Cup, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, yeah. But so
That
that's the
was good.
last line that I remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't remember the one in English, but and I was coming to the one that Anirudh has sent in the chat is "Toota hai Gaba ka Ghamand."
That is
Of course,
immemorial.
that
Matlab,
goes without
uh,
saying. Oh, will he get another single? He
I,
will.
but
okay,
see, my
I
point
just
is,
want to know from both of you: is the ball holding onto the pitch, or are both of them bowling really well and varying their pace?
I think it's a bit of both. I think Maharaj is generally
yeah,
a very canny customer, so he knows exactly what he's doing. And he just got his tail up, bro. In his first over, he's got 2 wickets, so he knows
No,
how
but
to kind of.
Even Shamsi is bowling well.
But Shamsi is generally like he's become a banker in T20 internationals. Like I'm guessing Knicks has probably picked Shamsi in all his fantasy 11s in recent times. I'm guessing because he'll just give you two all the time. Ooh, swept away for just a single.
yeah.
In fact, Knicks, where do you rank Shamsi right now in terms of the spinners in T20 internationals? Is he in the top three in the world? Bishnoi, him.
Still probably put Rashid right up top
Yeah, of
as the
course.
by default name.
Yeah.
And Adil Rashid has also found a way. Again, sometimes he hasn't, sometimes he has. So with Tavares, I sometimes feel the control goes missing.
Yeah.
But there are days when he's great, like the last one, and it was great on. I think Paji also called about, and so did Anirudh about him getting the player of the match, and he did get it. So that was a good call because you have to start rewarding those kind of spells. So I think he'll want to build on it because the next World Cup is somewhere where he's played a lot of cricket in CPL. So I think that's where also his experience could come really, really handy. So potentially in top five, but okay, we have SR Vardy.
Oh,
Shots, guy. That's
talk.
inside out to perfection. I mean, I used to love it how Rena used to do it for the lefties, but for the righties, Sky's just made that shot of his own. Who
Yeah,
do you think
and
does it best in terms of inside out shots over covers for six? Righties. In world
Righties,
cricket.
there are very few. I
Yeah,
think
that's what
Klassen does it very well.
Klassen.
Klassen off the feet, and Klassen doesn't even come down. He's just hitting it from the crease. Glenn Phillips also does it well now.
Yeah.
Markram also.
Uh, Markram, I can't recall much. I'm surprised why, but
That shot just reminds me of Herschel Gibbs, bro. Like back in the day, I know in modern
yeah,
times I can't really resonate with an example right now, but I completely get where you guys are coming at. Just we'll get back to you guys in 1 minute because we parked some of the comments in a bit. So I'm still going on to say first memory that pink jersey for me was the Dick debut series in which he scored 3 back-to-back hundreds against India. We all remember that too well, or not too well, should we say? South Africa and pink jersey versus India has been a one-sided affair, right? I think the stats are against them, Santosh. I'll just
I don't think India have beaten them, but
uh,
don't think they've played enough matches also in that pink jersey versus India.
It's
Would
a
have
good
been
point.
two or three
It's a good,
only.
yeah, it's a good point you mentioned, Gurkira. Let's just ask Anirudh, of course, he's watching as well, our stats man, to tell us if he can fish that information out. We'll give him some time with it as well. South Africa unleashed beast mode in pink jersey, going on to say him. And you guys following the West Test, slightly confused if Pakistan did well to take those wickets, or will it be an easy job for the Aussie bowlers? Australia, I mean, essentially, we were having a chat in terms of the WhatsApp group earlier this morning, and we feel the only team which will actually compete in Australian conditions right now is India. There's no one else. Even England, we would just like to see that happen because of the Ashes and whatnot. Pakistan, if they pull anything out of this series, it'll be great. I mean, I know in 2016 they
You know
nearly
the
pulled it off, right? Remember that test match in 2016, Gukirat, Pakistan, Australia, where they had to chase 490 and they
yeah,
got
I think
really
it
close.
was in Brisbane with Azhar
Correct.
Ali batting well.
And Yasir
Uh,
Shah got 100, I think.
no, but Yasir Shah got 100 in a different game. Yeah, I think Yasir
Oh,
Shah got 100 in that pink ball test match in Adelaide.
okay.
Uh, but yeah, I mean they got close, but yeah. See, with regards to competing
Oh, and
in
one second,
Sorry,
50.
50 for
50
Jaiswal.
for Jaiswal. And
Well
again, it
played, sir.
just does him a world of good. But go on, Gurkirat. 99 for 2 India, by the way. Sink his streams in.
yeah. So with regards to competing in Australia, South Africa have done well, and last tour also you felt that their batting let them down massively, because you feel they still have the bowlers to do the job, but the batting just let them down massively. So yeah, not sure that when India tour Australia next, if they'll be able to repeat what happened in the last two tours, but should definitely be far more competitive than it is when others are touring.
Yeah. And Sal going on to add to Kunal's point, saying Oz bowlers would have gotten Park all out in 2 sessions. It was a good wicket for bowlers. Perth generally offers everything for everyone. I mean, even if you're a good batter, if you get your eye in, someone like Pujara, someone like Smith. I mean, I know Smith today was seemingly overconfident, but he perished short, Suryakumar Yadav, and that will be just a single. So India get their 100
Surya's,
up on the board.
Surya's actually trying too many shots but not finding the boundary.
No, it'll come off. It'll come off. I think like 35, 28.
No,
He's built himself a good
Also, I
form.
feel South Africa have had their boundary riders, fielders placed in the right spots for Surya, because even when he's middled a few of those shots, they've just gone straight to the fielder.
Yep. And second slowest innings, I think Surya has played first against Sri Lanka in Asia Cup. Oh, he was trying to be funky there, Jaiswal. Try to improvise, but I think the bowler will get away with it. 100 for 2, 11.3. So another 51 balls left in India's innings. Tell us if they can get to that elusive 200 or whether South Africa will pull it back well. Vikramantya also going on to say there is something quite vibey about England. West Indies always produces great games. Indeed, last year as well. Not last year, but the last time we saw, I think Rahman Paul scored a really
Got
good
a hundred.
100.
2021.
Yeah,
Baz ball was invented because of West Indies tour of England.
correct. Because
So
they took
never forget.
all those Muppets, Rory Burns, your Dom Sibley's. There was a last particular test series, I'm guessing. But yeah, even the commentary, I've enjoyed it in this one. Late night viewing. There's good old friend in David Gower. There's Ian Bishop, who we always love, and some other good names as well. Sivi saying, do you think if India will play a bilateral series against the likes of Netherlands, Scotland, isn't even necessary? It'll do their boards a world of good, Netherlands and Scotland, 100%. And India can dish out even a C team and play in Amstelveen like England did. Short, Jaiswal. And now the shackles are going to be off. I mean, it was never off, but right now with the landmark done and dusted, even though he doesn't play for many, you feel, Jaiswal, and he's a little good that way with regards to not being selfish right now in his career. I just feel that he's got his eye in, and maybe, like you guys said about the pitch, it could be that the spinners have just dragged South Africa in, but the Pacers are going to travel a plenty today, and I fear for someone like Arshdeep. Nick, Gurkirat?
As far as Arshdeep's concerned, right now you feel he could go for runs on any pitch. But see, Johannesburg has been a tough venue regardless.
Oh,
Oh,
well
that's
bowled.
a very good ball.
Yeah.
Johannesburg has been a tough venue for bowlers anyway, because it's a pitch where the ball comes onto the bat very well, and decent pace as well. With that, hardly any protection in terms of the boundary sizes. So it is a difficult venue to bowl in, especially in shorter formats.
Indeed. Introspect adding to that Pakistan chat saying Bradman-esque average versus Pakistan is for Warner. Love the fact that he just got 100. We spoke about it earlier as well. What's happening in England, though? Don't know. They lost that ODI series and they'll come back good. I know they're prepping for India, and that's going to be a fantastic series to watch. We've spoken about all the squads in Monday Night Live as well. Go check that out. Me, Nix, and Akshay have had our thoughts on it. And look who's popped up in the chat. Ritesh Pariyar. Hello to you. Hope everything's well. Ritesh, good to see you as well. And please like this video since you've commented nicely as well. Ritesh used to work with us, but only time will tell where he is right now. There was a lot more comments going on as well with regards to, did you see Ravi missing the lines at the toss today? I did. It was quite embarrassing. I feel for him because I love Ravi Shastri as a commentator, but generally lots of that. Indeed. Do you think 10 points, 20 points penalty for overrated WTC is fair? Australia and England lost for too many WTC without doing much wrong. Gurkirat?
I've had my say on this. I remember even doing a deep point show on this, where I had Nikhil and I think Sumesh was the other guest. So I do feel that these penalties are not fair, and even if you want to deduct points, the points cannot be that you lose 1 point for being 1 over behind or something like that, especially when you are winning. You're getting only 12 points for a win. I mean, that metric has to change. Maybe you lose 1 point for being 4 over short or whatever, if at all you want to deduct points. Ideally, I like in-game penalties, which is, an extra fielder is inside the circle. I am far more comfortable with it. And the other argument that I've had for overrates,
Oh
uh,
my word.
shot.
He's
Yeah,
hit that nearly out of the stadium,
shot.
but that's top tier again. Well done, Suryakumar Yadav. And you just feel that he's had enough and he's going to go after them. But yeah, good question, Kunal. Thank you for that. I just want to give more questions to you guys because they're coming thick and fast this Thursday evening, which we always appreciate in the watch along. So please like this video if you guys are just joining us and subscribe if you guys are new. 40K today, and aren't we happy or what? Akhil Narai going on to say Nasser Hussain and Pakistan during the 2017 Champions Trophy final during the Kohli dismissal was an iconic line. We were talking about, of course, favorite commentary lines of late, and Akhil thinks that's that. Oh, and
Shot.
that's he
Shot.
played for 4 more. Well done,
Yeah.
Surya. So he's
It's
5
time
away
these
from a
guys
good
getting the reward for those boundary attempts.
for
And
sure.
Delay
Max
continues to do well. Thank you.
Max Mojo, Knicks, you feel Harsha Bogle, India, Pakistan, Kohli goes down the ground, Kohli goes out of the ground. I mean, it's not
Not
a
too much.
great line. It's
The
just
shot of the Emperor was a far better vibe and
far,
feel
far
about it.
better.
Yeah. So
For
see, the
sure.
problem here is not about calling special moments. There are many commentary lines that, if you remember of the past, where it's just a six, maybe it's a Caddick six or it's a Tony Greig one. So there were far more non, how do you put it? Non-knockout kind of lines also where you remember those.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everybody has to go back T20 World Cup 2016, 2017. It's not been, oh, short,
Oh,
sorry.
Oh,
Maybe
oh
that's
my
what
word.
that's what all commentators are also doing. That they're just saying,
Yeah.
short, what a shot that is.
Yeah.
I won't fault them also. And that's a 50 routine every
Well
day in
done.
the office for Sky.
It's just honestly brilliant to see
And
Sky
this
just
is,
milk this format.
and it again comes down to, yeah, exactly the Sahil comment. I was just about to say that even a struggling Suryakumar Yadav ends up getting a 15, 31, 32 balls. So it is moving so much that you have to be able to cover up in just 3 balls. He hit a 6, 4, 6, and the rate is up. But if you get out before that, you are the villain for the day, that you cost us the match. So very, very blurry lines there.
Yeah, indeed. Ijaz Ali, good to see you. Today, India Women Test was fun to watch. Some of the shots from Jemmy and Shubha was just first class. I mean, it was. We spoke about it as well, Ijaz. I don't know if you've just hopped on, but appreciate that. I think you also had another question, Ijaz. Let us know which one it was. I might have missed it. Apologies for that. I'm not a football fan, very less knowledge about cricket, and I played little football. Reason for Man U decline, like West Indies in cricket. You can't really compare that. I mean, you're comparing apples and oranges. Really, there's more into it than the sport. Oh
shot.
my word! Suryakumar Yadav is literally having a net session out there by the looks of it. Absolutely brilliant with regards to what he's doing out there right now. And so many more comments coming through. We'll take some of the best ones at halftime as well. And that'll be a fun chat to have with you guys. And we're going to discuss the top 5 T20 international batters in the world right now. So that's a halftime chat, which will debate and, of course, have our picks in terms of who Gurkirat the Knicks thinks the top 5 T20 international batters are right now in the world in 2023. So that is something to get into at the mid innings mark. But also, meanwhile, India 131 for 2 with another ball to go before the 13th over. So, how much will they get? I'm going to stick my neck out, guys, and tell you that India are going to get 213 for 5.
Yeah, I was going to go for 210, so we are close that way.
Okay. 210, 213 Knicks. Higher, lower?
Uh, Lower would be unfair. Wouldn't want them to get just 60 in the next 7.
Yeah.
So let's get even more crazy then. 222 for 7.
Okay, love it. I mean, another 5 wickets and pretty much 91 runs. I mean, that'll be
Yeah.
nothing like it in the next 7 overs or so. 131 for 2. We're watching it, and of course, Tata Sky in terms of TV. So we're absolutely fast. So sync your streams in this watch along. And Ijaz going on to say 220. Someone going on to say 205 for 8, which is good to see. And Tushar, very good point. Lots of you guys watching and very, very little likes. What's happening? All you guys. Sahil, Sivi, Max Mojo, Sanjay Bharti, good to see you as well. Going on to say Crick Pass said KL is going to play middle order in IPL. So if he does, well, what do you think? It'll change many think India middle order. That's just again rumors. Yeah, and we can't really judge right now. But Sanjay, since I brought up your comment, please, for the love of this channel and for us and for India winning today, like this video and all you other blokes as well. Indeed. Agrim Jain, increased points per match. He's going on to say 24 or 30 per match with regards to that WTC rule that the boys were discussing slightly earlier. And yep, the crowds have been great for the West Indies England tour. England traveling fans have always been great. I mean, I'm guessing there'll be lots of them in Jan and Feb and March with regards to this massive tour as well. And Vikramaditya Fox has got an all-star commentary team, but to be fair, Shastri did the 100 for Sky. He was always going to do the BBL for Fox. Ian Smith, I love him to death. Brilliant, funny. Michael Vaughan, the fact that we met him in the airport seems like a chilled out guy. And Bogle, I don't know. In terms of the BBL, it'll probably be good because we always resonate Harsha's voice with Indian cricket stuff, right? Or maybe ICC tournaments. But do you guys like that panel? What is your dream commentary panel, Paji? If you had like your own exhibition game and you could call 3 commentators, past or present, who would it be and why?
Number one has to be Ian Bishop, without second thoughts. I think the other two I'll have to think a little. Past, if you're also talking about past, then maybe Richie Benoit. You'll have to consider him, and then
Do you think Richie Beno will do a good job in T20s? Because in tests and ODIs, he was absolutely on fire. Like the
no,
less he
you did
said,
not mention
better it
T20s,
was.
but if T20s are there, then maybe not him. Uh, so
Oh my
short.
word! What is this guy doing? Bro,
See,
he
this
can't
is
make batting look
this is the
this.
this is the same shot that he tried in the last game, but you see
Yeah,
the position that he's gotten into is far different. That game he
Yeah,
was far straighter. Today he's far more in control and read the line well. So well
yeah,
done to
yeah.
Sky also
Well
because
done, this guy. Indeed.
he's almost caught up with Jaiswal, which is great.
yeah. No, I
Yeah,
think he's gotten ahead now.
He's
yeah.
gotten ahead now.
My
Max
Yeah.
my
Mojo
three
Singh.
people.
Huh.
Sorry, I'll just add my 3 people. They will be Ian Bishop, Fazil Mohammed, and then if it is a game in England or Australia, then Mark Nicholas, because that's all that they watch. So they'll give us better idea there. And if it's a T20, I'll go for Danny Morrison. You want that, and otherwise you have Ian Smith. So I think that is
Yeah.
where I'll end with.
But Fazir Muhammad is a good shot. A good shout.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nasir was. I
Oh,
think he's gone.
All
that's
I
the
out.
think he's
top
gone.
edge that
56.
he has.
I think
Long
he's
off will
been
run
gone.
in
Yeah.
and
Ah,
claim the
Good
catch.
innings, nevertheless.
but well
Good
played.
innings, but Shamsi again getting a wicket. More importantly, breaking the stand. Jaiswal has to depart for
Ah,
60, but he's done his job really. Keep your comments coming through. Good to see that all you guys have your own commentary panels in mind. I would go back a little bit and say Tony Cozier, Barry Richards, Ravi Shastri was really good as well. I mean, to be fair, I mean I know now people just associate him with booze, which is sad. But Nasser Hussain for me, brilliant. I love it when if Nasser Hussain and Michael Atherton did a weekly podcast, I would listen to that every single week because it's just, I don't know, just something about those two speaking cricket indeed.
yeah.
If and Pranav Anand, oh my God, you are spot on because you commented this just before the wicket. So I don't know whether I have to laud you or do the opposite. But kind reminder, 53 people watching, please like this particular video
Yeah.
right now. If the wicket falls here, he goes on to say, who would you like to see next? 2 overs of spin, can Jitesh come in ahead of Rinku?
No, I'll send Ringo. I want a 20 ball 50 from him. So
Rinku, yeah, 100%. And you said 222 for 7, so you want Rinku 100% with regards to that. Sports fan saying Tony Gregg, and lots of you boys agreeing with
Yeah.
Ian
So I've
Bishop.
I've got my
Indeed.
second one, Ian Bishop and Tony Gregg for sure. Uh, the third one is a very left field choice, and that is purely from a Bakchodi point of view, and that is Sidhu. Just to bring the comic and the over the top element to it,
Did you
because
like him? I
with
mean, he was all right. He wasn't the worst in the world. I think I would pick Navjot Singh Sidhu over Manjrekar, over Lakshman Sivaranam
so
Krishnan,
okay,
over
I feel
Gavaskar.
I feel what happened was that when he came onto the scene he was good. I genuinely feel so, but I think as he ventured into politics and then those laughter challenge shows and everything, uh, I, I don't think he could sort of draw a line in terms of the kind of personality or the kind of commentary that he wanted to do. So all of it just got mixed up. So
Yeah.
so
Do you,
and
do you guys
that did not lead to anything. So, but yeah, uh, when he started out, when he was just talking about the game, he was good, and I really liked the effort that he used to put in his language, because he was not as not a fluent speaker as he became.
would does this DC fan like it? Papa Ponting is coach or Papa Ponting is commentator?
The commentary is good. Coaching कर लिया 5 साल. You should look for change in life.
So what, you're not happy with him, right? As coach, like you've never been happy.
No, I have my reasons. I have done so many shows. I have done so many tweets. I just hope that I don't have to repeat any of those reasons in the forthcoming
But
IPL,
he's
or
not
even in the auction,
tactically
or
naive.
even in the auction.
But Ponting's not tactically naive, I feel.
Naive to nahi bola मैंने, but there have been some blunders that have repeated themselves
That
season
is
after.
because you're a passionate DC fan, bhai. So you're gonna
No,
see
no,
it.
but so I've criticized Punjab also, but I have not seen a think tank make the same mistake season after season. They just have gotten the entry points wrong of so many batters wrong on crucial occasions, and even in the auctions they have messed up quite a lot.
Oh, okay.
see, I think the
Uh,
another thing that's wrong that I feel Delhi
One
have done.
second. Yeah,
Sorry,
go on. Sorry, Subodh
that
Chavan, a good old friend of the channel. Good to see you,
thank
man.
you.
Like you.
Wait,
Whoa!
Whoa! For a second, it
sorry
was
for that scream,
leaning it.
but this is potentially a player of the match kind of spell now for Maharaj, because the team is going at 9 and he's going at almost only 6. So
Yeah, under
uh,
seven.
under 7. So I think with Delhi, the problem I feel has been even bigger because they haven't managed bigger names also better. Sometimes you can get lesser names and their entry point and their workload or resource wrong, which is fairly matlab, acceptable to accept. Okay, maybe you haven't seen too much of him or you have little idea, which shouldn't be the case. But the way they have dealt with even bigger names, be it Ravman or Marsh, or I mean, Paji could list down 100 names, but that also
Stoinis.
just adds. So, I mean, the list is endless. So, and they could add another name to that list in this year's auction as well. So, waiting for that also.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to happen, and I keep saying this. People talk about Delhi buying Nokia, but Nokia came in as a replacement for Vokes. Delhi had bought Vokes and Sam Curran, so you can't have two of those in a squad. Sorry, so Tom Curran, not Sam Curran. You can't have two of those in a squad.
Paji missing Sunny G is a commentator. If you know, you know. Lots of people in
And
that commentary chat were
Rajesh is just taking the Mickey out of me right now.
just taking the Mickey. Tushar is asking us, guys, who are the 3 commentators you don't want to hear? Mine would be Murli Karthik and Sunny G. Apart from that, your guess is as good as mine. I agree with you. That
I One name I 100% agree on that list.
yeah, for sure on that list indeed. Donny Morrison for cringe, Kunal Dubey. It's good to know that people have their own preferences about certain commentaries and all of that stuff. And I don't know now with the option of listening to various languages. Do you guys still listen to English? Do you guys listen to Hindi more because of Akash Chopra and his chutkulis or whatever they want to say?
I watch
Um,
on
or
mute.
or they listen to us.
yeah, all they listen to us. I mean, this is the best planetary common indeed. Energy and then two great experts in both of y'all. I agree for both. Indeed, saying Sahil Nagdev, Gautam Gambhir and Gambhir, and
So
Chopra
okay,
on top
I'll,
of the
on
Finches.
that Hindi one, that comment that came in short.
Oh my word! Is that a no
Short.
look shot?
No,
Is that a no look
no,
shot?
No, no, he looked at it
Just,
and then hit it.
we
So
looked at it for sure,
no,
not a
I
no-look
mean,
shot,
just look
but
at the
this
DP
is
on this.
outstanding. So, coming on that comment about Hindi, I think the problem is that from somewhere the directive has come that in Hindi commentary you have to do a lot more nonsense, probably because they feel that those who are going to listen to the Hindi commentary, they are not going to appreciate the nuances of the game, because you
Yeah,
genuinely see this attempt that there's a far more attempt, or there's a far more regular attempt to try and humor the audiences with some jokes which don't make sense, and very little attempt to talk cricket. And I don't feel it is the right way, just to categorize audiences on the basis of the language they'd like to hear. Not
true.
everyone
Short
can be
format.
short. Not everyone can be proficient in English, and it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine, because i- it's at the end of the day, you still need to understand the game, and at some point of time, even we were not as proficient in the English language. I'm not talking about you, Abnish. You to definitely know English
Thank
first.
you. That
But
means so
yeah,
much to me.
I remember a time where I also used to struggle with English. So my first language used to be Hindi. I still struggle a little bit with when it comes to Punjabi, but that's fine. That should not be a metric for intelligence. But
Indeed.
I just feel that when it comes to commentary in regional languages, the directive is to try and probably just humor the audiences and not talk the game.
No, indeed. Vikramaditya saying Paji wanted to say Bakchodi but resisted when he said nonsense. Paji is well behaved that way. And Shreyans Sharma, excellent observation. Burger is bowling where Surya is eating him alive, and KFC being a sponsor, indeed, for sure.
To
I
that
mean, I don't know.
to that last comment that came in about the Bakchodi and nonsense, I just it just reminded me, and oh, so that there was this when Virat was on Breakfast with Champions. So Gaurav Kapoor asked him कि आज यहाँ कौन आया है, and he said कि एक जेंटलमैन होने का स्विच ऑन करना पड़ता है, बाकी डिफॉल्ट सेटिंग है. So yeah, that way even I have to resist sometimes a lot of things that just come naturally to me in language and otherwise.
No, indeed. Bring back Bhojpuri commentary saying Max Mojo. Do you really watch it? I mean, would you watch it for the highlights? Some really might do, but honestly wouldn't care. But no offense to the language, essentially is growing onwards and upwards. To be fair, in the Hindi space, Jatan Sapru and Irfan have done a decent job. Can't think of anyone else. Vivek Razdan's pretty good. I mean, saying that because he was a fan of the channel, indeed. I want Sky's 100
Vivek,
today.
Vivek Razdan and Sunil Taneja. Sunil Taneja has been very good in Hindi commentary across sports, not just
Yeah,
cricket, across
yeah,
sports.
Subodh Chavan, don't jinx it, but even I get your sentiment. I want to see a Sky 100 as well. He's about 18 away. Let's see if he can get there. And Vasant, excellent question. I know you've been asking us this for a while. We'll just answer it already. Nix, why is India persisting with Arshdeep? Any thinking? Secondly, when Bishnoi has hardly got decent run, is it worth resting him?
they're wanting to have a look at both Jadeja and Kuldeep. Only they know the logic and the reasoning behind it, but that's the only logic that I can make of it. And see, with Arshdeep, it's a thing that we've been talking about since a while now, in terms of him not having control. Sometimes you feel the more they play, the better they'll get. Eventually, you hope that switch comes about that, okay, now they've played enough and now they know what to do and what not to do. So uh, maybe that's the reason there, because otherwise, the guys that they have tried in the past, they tried Prasidh and Avesh, and now they probably feel that Prasidh is done for this format. So now Maybe it's a process of eliminating options more than picking them. Who knows?
Okay, interesting thoughts over there. I personally prefer listening to you guys, channels with analysts paired with one expert, much better analysis. Thank you so much, Tushar. Really, really means a lot to us. And tell us what else you'd like to see on cricket.com in terms of all our offerings on a week on week, day on day basis. A Monday Night Live, as you guys know, is a fantastic podcast. We're 20 episodes in, and it's really good to listen to that in case or if at all you guys have missed any cricket throughout the week. We'll recap it for you all. It comes at a decent time, 8 p.m. every Monday, and it's available right now on Spotify as well, not just YouTube. So fantastic that. I feel only Shamsi can dismiss Surya now, saying Subodh Chavan. And I think we have a new person in the comments. Apologies, I don't know how to read Urdu or Arabic. But he goes on to say the issue with the Indian cricket team knockouts is that I hate to say it, but they lack the team spirit when everyone is so insecure about their place in the team. When brand deals, etc., depends so much on that, they falter in knowledge. I mean,
In
you're entitled
knockout.
to have your opinion in knockouts.
Yeah, maybe.
Uh,
I I don't think I can agree to the team spirit point.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's okay. You can
yeah,
always
you
speak
have your
your.
own opinion.
Yeah,
Raman
Did
Raman Bhanot was actually very good on DD, but for me, he's more of a presenter than a commentator. Raman Bhanot on DD has been very good. I mean, both these guys used to do fourth umpire.
indeed.
When matches used to come on
And in fact,
DD.
Charu, who of course stood in as the auctioneer last time around in the IPL, we're hoping to get him on for the Monday Night Live show this time around. So good old Charu Sharma, we'll try to pick his mind about him working with RCB way back in the day. Him, of course, getting that call from Brajesh Patel and standing in as Hugh Edmeans had that little mishap. We'll, of course, ask him that on Monday Night Live indeed. Who are some generally good Hindi commentators, though non-cricketers? I think we took this one. And do you think Avnish will do a better job in Hindi commentary than Ravi Shastri? No chance. Of a chance in
no.
hell, indeed. Uh, Sky's favorite dish is smash burger, saying Tushar. And like tuning in for Paji show and watch-alongs. Really, really appreciate that, Sahil. Hopefully, Paji will kickstart his deep with Gilly Cricket. I don't know. You guys will have to press the bell icon to find out with regards to that. I just hope India don't play Sky and ODIs, give him T20 captaincy if they want to keep him there only. How do you think that's going to go? Because Sky is going to keep killing it in T20 internationals, but touch wood, by the grace of God.
we
Would you mix formats? Obviously not, right?
we don't even know like what is the thought process with regards to the ODI setup.
Short.
Short. We don't even know right now that how are they looking at the ODI setup and what do they plan to do. I think after the World T20, we'll only know.
Yeah.
I think the matches will in between will be more like fillers where you would give a few players a chance because right now Sky is not there in the ODI squad versus South Africa. But and again, a lot of it would again depend upon the seniors, like how much cricket are they looking to play. At this point of time, 2027 World Cup is a little too far, and I'm not sure if both Virat and Rohit would be there. Virat, even if you think that fitness wise should be okay, you also have to speak with him and see if he's going to be keen to that much to play that much cricket because he's really over the last year or so or year and a half has spoken about how playing regular cricket can get very difficult and it really is not sustainable. So again, very difficult to say what is the plan right now.
Okay. I mean, I want to also talk about what Rohit Sharma had to say in that little Instagram video that he put out. He's eyeing another ultimate prize. Only you can connect the dots and assume whether he's going to be available or not.
Sure.
Shot, Suryakumar Yadav, that's four more.
If
He's
he's
inching
if he's eyeing
closer
if
and
he's eyeing
closer.
the world WTC, then not bad.
Yeah,
If he's eyeing
WTC.
the WTC, well and good.
We'll take some comments right now. Surya is just 9 away from 100. India 169 for 3, 16.3 overs. And apologies if you can hear just a little bit of kitchen noise with the pan sizzling with the panko fried chicken, I'm guessing, coming my way for dinner. Let us know what you guys are having for dinner as well. Also, just a couple of comments which went by. Arshdeep has been an enigma, looks decent in death overs, but he's been all over the place with the new ball. Only time will tell how Arshdeep will go today. Let's fingers crossed, hope for the best, because he's literally that one left arm pacer who's been injury free. And I know he's had ups and downs, but today again will give us a good barometer of how he fares, especially in a pitch like this, in a ground like this, which is conducive to batters hitting pace really well. And Sal going on to say, guys, I know Rinku is going good and he should get a good run, but considering wicket-keeping batsman is an issue, shouldn't Jitesh get a chance to prove? They both will. They won't be dropped by any stretch of the imagination. Both of them will, of course, play that Afghanistan series as well. And touchwood, they get great IPLs, more importantly. Vikramaditya, speaking of commentary, Avnish, have you seen clips of Henri Carragher, Mika Richards? Yeah, absolutely. But that's a CBS team. I would like the Sky team much more, which is, of course, Neville, Keane, and Carragher. And I love the overlap, but I think like their podcast is brilliant indeed. And Max Mojo completely agreeing with that. The Pavilion was similar, same Vikramaditya. Pavilion, honestly, just for like Twitter clips and Wasim Akram and all those weird adverts did maybe just like made me laugh, but I wouldn't really go into it. But I know Vikas really loves the Pavilion and he really loves that show, which is quite indeed crazy. IPL extra innings and Sony was so good. Stars just wrote mid show. Yeah, I fully agree with you. And which panel model do you guys like in house, like BCCI, WWE, or UFC, or the channel based like Fox, Sky, Supersport? I would say Sky Sports all day long. Anything UK, bro. Like I'm not being colonially hung over here, but like if you look at Sky Sports, BT, BBC, the way they just um, have a production sense of things for sport is just unreal. Australia with Fox, I don't know, but I don't know. What do you guys feel?
No, so I think the question is something else. For me, the broadcasting should not be backed by the board, and the broadcaster should be independent, because we have seen that when the board is controlling the broadcast, commentators can't even you know fully criticize, or be open about their thoughts completely and honestly. So that is one. I think when it comes to Australia, I don't like Fox as much as I like Sky Sports. But I think when Channel 9 or Channel 7 have done it, they've done a decent job. So Fox, I think sometimes really indulges in a lot of clickbait and petty stuff, but I don't think that's the case with Sky at all, and I don't think that's the case with Channel 7 or Channel 9. Sky is definitely, at this point of time, I feel, amongst all broadcasters, the best one in terms of just sheer coverage.
Yeah,
Sheer coverage.
he could
Go
have
on, Nick.
dropped the broadcast word and it would have still made sense. The Sky at this point of time is literally the best that there is
Yeah,
with
but
their
talking about
range.
Sky right now, even though Sky is back on strike, 174 for 317.1, and all you 56 lovely people watching, please like this video. Like it for whatever particular reason you come tune into us on cricket.com, whether it's for my quirky jerseys, whether it's for Paji's insights, Nick's predictions, we have it all. And we really appreciate 40K being breached today as a target on YouTube. We will, of course, be taking breaks going forward in this watch along, but not massive ones. Maybe Gurkirat can go for a breather, Nix can go for his, and I think I'll also be enjoying my dinner while we do this watch along. So it's kind of off the cuff, casual. We're also going to be having a red hot topic debated at the halfway mark, the mid innings. I'm going to pick the guys' minds about the top T20 international batters right now in 2023 heading into 2024. Does a Virat, does a Rohit feature in that? Only time will tell. Tune in the halfway mark for sure. More questions to come, guys, and more insights to take indeed. Meanwhile, predict if you think India are going to get past 220, like Snick said, and if Suryakumar Yadav can notch up another T20 international run. I don't want to put my markers on it, but I just have to call it for what it is. Why the selectors brought back Jadeja when he clearly struggles with white ball batting, and we have Akshar who's better in white ball batting and also improving well as an all-round, as a bowler too, ask Akash. Akash, if you're new, please subscribe and like. We've discussed this, debated it. Nix, do you want to just sum it up in a nutshell? Oh, shot, he gets
Oh,
four.
lovely
Two
shot.
covers. What a shot that is. Very quickly, Nikhil, because I'm
Oh,
pretty sure we'll want to react to Sky's 100 moment.
they are just swapping around roles, like they do with Sanju. That when they see it's a T20, they said, "Oh, go and play ODI World Cup," and when it's an ODI World Cup, they say, "Oh, go and play T20 World Cup." So maybe they are trying something that we don't know. and because they don't like to talk to people, maybe they should get Jio subscription.
Yeah, maybe they should. Sky tried to sweep that, didn't beat the man at short fine, but it could be a 53 ball 100 for Sky. I'm not jumping the gun here, but very very happy to see him get runs, India get runs, and India make a fist of this particular T20 series. Even though they're 1-0 down, they have an immaculate record in must-win games away from home. They have a 100% record, I think, since 2018. Sky on 96,
Mm,
happy with the
single.
single, and Shamsi's last over as well, which is important to note. So, who's going to close out the innings for South Africa then, Nikhil? Is it going to be
Lizard,
Burger and Lizard?
Lizard and Burger, yeah, Lizard and
Yeah,
Burger.
Lizard and Burger. That's
Interesting
the
names to
option
have, right? Who will close the games out? Lizard and Burger.
for sure.
Good
Their
times.
retired are actually doing the job, unlike us. The retired cricket commentaries just to govern jobs, saying Rohan Patil. Uh, except Rohan, does anyone have 400s in T20 international? Shot,
Shot,
Rinku
Ringo, shot.
on the grass banks for six, and he's not holding back despite
Need
Shamsi
another
bowling his
six.
last over.
Need another six in
Brilliant.
this very over.
Absolutely brilliant. And look at the crowd turnout. Anywhere India plays, it's brilliant. But in Joburg, which I think is arguably one of South Africa's biggest cities, you see one of the biggest turnouts indeed over there. Rohan also going on to say anything below 225, India lose. That's a bold shout. Let us know if you agree with Rohan. Let us know your comments in the next 2 overs. How much India going to score? I said 213. Paji said 210. Nikhil said 222 for
Ooh,
7. And all you guys who just joined us right now, lots to love on cricket.com. The website is new, the app is new. Download it. What are you waiting for? Again, good to see new faces or new people in the comments. These are the best players in the world. Even I know, but what the hell is going on? It's like getting 8 straight heads and tossing fair coins 8 times. I'm guessing he's still complaining about the ICC
knockout.
knockouts for the Indian cricket team. And yeah, I get that. I completely get that. When will you do IPL teams wise auction preview, SWOT analysis saying RI? Um, we are doing an auction watch along, and we've
Watchalong.
done plenty of chats about every IPL team. In fact, we've done one in the MNL 2 weeks ago, RI. So go check that out. It's available Monday Night Live in terms of the playlist on cricket.com. Indeed. Thankfully, Hardik Pandya is not a non-striker. End of Sky, if you know, you know. Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, ever since Hardik did that to who was it? Tilak in the West Indies?
Yeah, Sutilak. But I see. I don't think. Matlab, see, it was a 50, and yeah, the game was on. I just thought that too much was being read into that. My bigger issue in that game, I remember, was Hardik coming to bat ahead of Samson. When I felt Samson should have come out to bat because you needed game time for him. And after that series, they have dropped him from T20s as well, where he hardly got. I think he only got 2 or 3 innings. I'm not sure, but my bigger issue was that Samson did not get game time because Hardik chose to came out to bat. It was not that he hit a six in that game. And I think people also feel that when he hit that six versus Australia in that game in Chennai, it also took away the opportunity for KL to get to that 100.
That is true. I mean, people are literally, I mean, I know sometimes we have a very short public memory, but people still hold on to these small little
Not
things.
in
Indeed,
cricket. Not in cricket.
not in
People
cricket.
don't have a short memory in cricket.
It depends what you want to look at it. Sometimes results in games really slip the memory, but then some things really, really stay. Anyway, guys, 97, Suryakumar Yadav. Will he get it in this go? No, not quite. But will he come back for two? No. So he goes on a 98. And there's still about good amount of time for him to get his 100 if he really needs to. Still 10 balls in the innings, 188 for 3, 18.2. Love to see more such comments. And don't go anywhere during the mid-inning show. Get your dinner, join us, because we're getting ours, and we're going to be debating a huge talking point this evening. ICC, of course, have its own rankings in terms of top batters and all of that, but we want to really break down the honest truth and answer one question: who are the top 5 batters in the T20 international scheme of things right now? Rinku Singh pulls and
Gone.
finds fine leg who comes running in. So Berger has his cheese in terms of Rinku.
I was waiting for that one to come through. Okay.
Some Berger pun for sure, but Rinku
Yeah.
down the leg side in the sense, not a stranglehold, but Berger will be chuffed and at least give Jitesh 2, 3 balls, I'm guessing, guys.
Yeah, but
But
it feels
did
like
you
they've
agree
slowed
with
down.
one of the comments earlier, Nix? The fact that anything below 225 India lose. Not really, right?
See, it can happen also because again, it's a venue that is always assisted good high scoring, and the ball continues to travel here. So it's like about the last game where even 180 you felt was not under par, maybe par, but the way they started, it really just took the game away from India. So again, if you end up with a score that's 200, the margin of error then is that much less that you want to take new ball wickets. If you don't, it just eases up the role for that entire batting lineup, which is fairly deep, even though they don't have subs today. But it is, I mean, Ferreira is not bad.
Ferrer is good from what I
Yeah,
saw in SA20.
He's very good.
He
I'm
did well.
surprised that Ara didn't play him in one game also. They played Root against
Yes,
RCB.
there wasn't much space also because
there is space. The problem of the all rounder Donovan Ferreira fits in perfectly there, but it's about reputation. So they played root over.
but Ferreira doesn't bowl as much, right?
He bowls off spin. He's taken wickets
Oh.
also in SA20.
Is that a wide? 1 second, guys. Is that a wide? Jitesh
No,
trying to hit the wicket.
It's not been given one. Should have been.
Indeed. By the way, more comments coming through. Good to see. Sivi saying Sky taking singles in 90s. Lol. I mean, he's not. He's really not
Arey,
doing
yeah.
that. Indeed. And
He hit a boundary at 92 to get to 96.
yeah, and good one. Thanks, Ijaz. I don't know what you guys are really chuffed about me.
Burger,
That
burger
I'm
pad.
a commentator. Oh, the
Oh,
burger
Oh,
one.
shot!
shot. Sorry.
What a shot that is. What a
I
shot
I
that is.
I recall somebody else also played. It's falling over
Dhoni,
flip.
Dhoni had played something similar. It's but it I think it was to Wayne Parnell in that Gwalior ODI, but the ball was much closer to the off stump.
I was actually remembering Bravo. Because I think Bravo has played far too many of these ones. Even against
Bravo does it when the bowler is also coming from around the wicket. But I
around
remember
the
Dhoni playing a similar to Parnell.
yeah, yeah. Oh, Jadesh has kept this time, which is good. I don't mind that. That's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. 193 for 4, 19 overs up. So the last over, let's see how much India will get. And of course, we'll be talking about a lot of good things in the halftime break, not just about reflecting on India's first innings performance, but also choosing our top five batters in terms of T20 international scheme of things. What are our parameters for choosing for top five? Just generally, we'll
Anything.
accommodate a lot of factors with regards to how they are, their pedigree, different things, and in terms of what they've done in big match situations, all of that considered as a package, who is the best batter right now. Sorry, guys, it's not like I was even trying to not follow the ITC. I truly didn't feel like watching until today is
Oh,
commendable, and it's worked out that you do that
kind
so well.
words.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Really, really appreciate it. And of course,
Please
let us
don't
know where
forget
you're
to
from.
press the like button. Please don't forget to press the like button.
100%. Now that Gurkirat said it, and he normally, of course, says it in deep point with Gurkirat and Gilly cricket, but he's saying it right now in terms of the watch along.
No, I
Indeed,
was I was doing it right throughout the World Cup.
But there he was equating it to something. So maybe
yeah,
1 lakh is the margin of victory for India. You maybe have to say something like that for uh yeah.
definitely need a CDC ranking saying Max Mojo. We will, of course. Meanwhile, Suryakumar Yadav at
Come
98
on, shot.
goes down the ground. Will he come back for two?
Should run
You
for
bet
yeah.
you
Come
will.
on.
Another 100
Shabash.
for this man. Is there anything that he can't do in this format? Because he's getting 50s, all right, but he's also getting hundreds. He's got 4 of them right now, and he's not even halfway in his T20 international career. Suryakumar Yadav, they say the sky's the limit. I don't think that is true with you, my friend. Sky is just your name. The limit is unlimited because 155 balls, Gurkirat. Is he already India's best ever T20 international player before this 100 also, man? Come on.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Batter though for sure. Right now, I mean, if you look at that career average, it's 46.5 and a strike rate of 172. So,
172.
That is
yeah, so
mad.
this is a strike rate of 172 equates you to a scoring rate of around 10.2. So that it basically means that Surya's in every game is scoring 46 runs at a run rate of 10.2. And see, he's now scored
Oh my
100 in
God.
gone.
Hey, yaar.
But it's okay. So now Surya scored 100 in New Zealand, he scored 100 in England, he scored
Yeah, yeah.
100 in South Africa, and he
South
scored
Africa.
100 in India. And he's done it against all opposition. So there's a good chance that by the time he calls time on his T20I career, he could end up being among the top three T20I batters. This is insane. To have an average of 46.5 and then a strike rate of
Strike rate of
172.
172.
It's
It's
I
a
mean,
insanity.
joke. It's a
I'll
joke.
take 40 also average के लिए, but
Huh,
to have a
exactly.
strike rate of 172 over a period, it's not 10 games, 15 games. It's a lot. And to have then, see, the thing is, you sometimes feel okay, maybe an accelerating anchor may get more tons, or he'll make more impact. But it's the consistency with which he's been able to just find a way to continue to play his shots, which may seem very impossible to pull off. And even today, we were talking about, okay, he's struggling, he's trying too hard, but he still found a way to make up and found a way to get to. He was what, 32? He got his
He was
15th 32 ball.
26 or 24 at that one
Yeah,
point of time.
Basically, the
and
last
that
31 balls, like close to 74 runs, which is madness. And yeah, third saying 100, and Gurkirat was spot on with regards to what he's done outside India and India as well. He's got one to show. So honestly, he's flexing it. And it's that chat that we're going to have in the mid innings mark. The fact that T20 international batters, Surya is definitely in the top five. Is he the top one? I would certainly think so. And of course, Sal Nag, they've seen Butler, Maxi, Warner.
you have
Join us and tell us at halftime in the mid innings mark about who you guys feel are your top five T20 international batters. Indeed, Ijaz going on to say he's just
white.
way better than
Yeah.
anyone in T20 in India and in the world right now. I mean, it's unbelievable. Has there been a better batter in T20 international than Surya? I don't think so. Saying Sanjay. And it's good that we're all like-minded about this. Most centuries, by the way, in T20 internationals. Rohit has 4. Surya now joins him and Glenn Maxwell, who have 4 apiece. So that's good to see as well. Let's see how much India will get, guys, because right now 194 for 519.2, 4 balls remaining, and you feel 200 might be par. Jadeja, does he get a boundary there? He does. He does. So look,
The,
Jadeja, as
the
much as you want to
fielder jumped, I
criticize him,
think, just a fraction before.
I agree. But India 199 for 5, so that means South Africa will chase nothing less than 200. But can India get to that 210, 213 like Gurkirat and me were hinting upon? Only time will tell. But will he perform in knockout, saying Shreyan Sharma? Let's all go there. Let's enjoy it game by game. You can only beat what's in front of you. Let's tackle it one step at a time. And with Suryakumar Yadav, what he's
You
given us is
also
big.
you don't enter knockouts straight away. You have
Exactly.
to,
Oh, they might pinch a run here. He might be run out. He is. And Lizard Williams. Oh, that's cheeky. He's waited for Jadeja to come so ever close to the stumps before whipping the bails off. So India's still not at 200, 199 for 6 still. And Rohan Patel, don't want that negative vibes in the comments, please. I mean, I know you're entitled to your opinions, but India lose. Sure. I mean, I'm not saying we're an Indian centric channel, but if you believe that, validate it. Tell me why. Still, Virat Kohli for me until Sky plays in some knockouts. Don't forget what Virat has done, saying Vikas Shukla, who's an absolute ardent Virat Kohli fan, and I would probably second the lad as well, was revealing in Sky Century, was reveling, beg your pardon, in Sky Century as he walks back. Next guy walking in is Jadeja, and he's walked out as well. And Samar, yes, 205 for 8 is still possible, my friends. So good on you. A 6 here, and then maybe a run out and a I don't know. Is it possible? Do you still need a 6? I mean, to
either
get that
205 is possible or 8 wickets is possible. Not sure if both can happen.
no both, no both. You go down the ground. Is it going to be? Oh, it goes over mid offset. I don't know what South Africa were thinking with that field placement.
wait,
Oh,
Oh,
he's
but
out
is it
mid
out?
wicket.
it's a hit wicket.
He's out mid
No
wicket.
wonder. No wonder you found the
Oh,
fielder pointing at the stumps. So it's another wicket.
oh,
I
he's
think Jadesh
standing
is
way
hit
too far
wicket.
back.
And was it his foot or his bat? Was it
Yeah,
his
back
back
foot,
foot?
back foot, back foot.
So even
Yeah.
though
This
the ball
is,
runs away for
yeah.
4, that wouldn't count. So India's still essentially 199 for 7. And Jitesh, well, he has a hit wicket towards his infamous career right
Yeah.
now. And
Anyone who has had Williams in their fantasy would enjoy this last over.
Junk wickets are always welcome when they are in your
अरे
fantasy.
इसमें तो 33 points मिलेंगे ना because bold, so extra points.
really?
Yeah.
bowled
That's
LBW,
insane, man.
and he also got a run out. So that's also handy. I think hit wicket का नहीं मिलता है, but yeah, good to check.
Okay, let's see how it goes from here. 199 for 7. Can India psychologically?
Isn't it great that the over began with you having Surya and Jitesh,
Jitesh.
and now you have Siraj and Arshdeep suddenly. But that, I mean, that's okay. You'll always get it in last overs. Chalo, Siraj, extra cover single, you're run out. Let's see. Last ball of the innings. Okay, mid on single. शाबाश
दो
सेकंड रन
दो
के लिए रन
गेंद
आउट हो
और
जाएगा.
Do they get to? So India get to
Yeah, sure.
201 for 7.
Chalo,
Uh,
Sumesh will be happy with this.
At
Somesh
least
should be happy.
my wickets prediction was right.
Yeah, of
That's
course,
all.
indeed. And the fact that India have now ended 201 for 7, will they be happy? I don't know. Seemingly happy campers right now, but it's about how they go about with the ball in hand. Remember the last time they lost to South Africa by 5 wickets, and that was pretty much down to Bretsky and Hendricks going mad and going insane in the power play. Let's see if that happens again in 20 minutes' time. But right now, all you guys, don't go anywhere. Just get your dinners and come back. Like I'm going to get mine right now as well. We're debating who is, by the way, just before we get into that conversation, Suryakumar Yadav in this innings reached his half century in 32 balls. His next 50 runs came in 23 balls. And you guys can check out the wagon wheel, the beehive, the pitch maps, all of that extra cricketing info that you guys love as fans on cricket.com in the live blog right now. And keep your comments coming through as well. You guys are still having that chat. Mark Nicholas sounds so good on commentary saying Rohan Patel. Ultimately, it's Supersport also sharing this with Star because they're the home broadcasters, and Mark Nicholas has signed with Supersport for a while right now. So, yeah, good to see that as well. And absolute gold from Jaddu here, complete commitment from team. I loved it. I agree with you. 50 people watching, no 50 likes as yet. Why is that happening? Please like this particular video right now and like it for 100 that Sky got, which is amazing. My dinner is just going to be consumed by me, but look, I'm going to be right here, and I just want to throw this discussion wide open in the chat to Nikhil and Gurkirat. Your top 5 batters in T20 internationals right now, guys. Who is it and why? Nikhil, you can start in the other way. Your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in that way. I'm assuming Sky is number 1.
Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest one to agree with. Okay, he's
Okay.
definitely there.
So all 3 of us on that same page then, right? Sky is our number 1 batter. It's about the other 4 we have to really choose.
And with this we are choosing overall, right? Not just this year.
Overall, how they fare in big games, how they are in terms of pace and spin, everything. What you guys have seen.
Active or inactive?
In the sense, I would like to say in the last 10 years.
Okay, ठीक है.
So
Yeah,
I'll
in the
probably
last
go with
10
Maxwell then. Maxwell then
Yeah.
at 5.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, 4 centuries, they're there. And potential also in terms of what he offers. He's opened the batting and got a ton in Sri Lanka. So that's not something that everybody is able to do. So I think he definitely walks in there. And of course, fielding and bowling is secondary. I think just as a batter, you have to take the variance in this format, and probably good spot at 5.
Interesting. Gurkirat, now what about you with regards
Yeah,
to
yeah,
bat?
Maxwell was one name I also had. So I'll go for the fourth one now. I think number 4, hard, if you're looking at the last 5-10
Rightly.
years, hard to look past De Villiers.
De Villiers for sure.
Hard to look
100%.
past De
That's why
Villiers.
you asked me the time frame, right?
Yeah.
Sorry?
That's why you asked me the time frame.
Yeah, exactly. Because overall, I think if you talk of T20 cricket and in their history, whichever way you want to look at it, you can't disregard 3 batters, and they are De Villiers, Gale, and Warner.
Okay, so De Villiers and Gale, let's just count them because we know people in the comments as well will probably go De Villiers and Gale. What if we just answer it as is on your screen? Who are the top 5 batters in T20 International right now? So Sky is a lock.
Sky's a
Maxwell
lot.
there.
Yeah,
Maxwell's there as
Maxwell's
well.
there.
Butler.
Butler
Josh
for
Butler.
sure. Yeah, Butler for sure.
Butler for sure. Or is
Yeah,
Butler
yeah.
still hovering around top six,
No, no,
top seven?
for
No,
sure, for
for
sure,
sure.
for
Okay.
sure.
वर्ल्ड कप भी जीत गया है यार, मतलब और क्या ही
In
करेगा.
current times, for sure, Butler's there.
What about Nicholas Purin?
Probably on potential, he probably has another World Cup to cement that spot. In terms of he has a 26 one he'll play, 24 26 दोनों खेलेगा, तो could potentially come up there by that time.
Okay. Miller.
Nah,
No, I think Warner should also be there if we are talking right now because he's been active. He did
yeah,
not have a very good 2022 World T20, but then he was phenomenal in 2021. And yeah, he just knows that format. He just understands the pulse of that format as a batter. So Warner will have to be there amongst the top five T20I batters. Uh, and
Anyone
yeah,
else from India, guys? Anyone else from India right now? In top
Virat
five?
only,
Virat.
Virat.
In no one
Virat.
else comes to mind. I mean, essentially
No,
T20
Sky,
international.
no, Sky, Virat, Butler, Maxwell. Yeah, it's a fair list.
Jaiswal's not in the
Fair list.
top five batters
No,
right
no,
now,
no.
right? Like,
The
No,
sample space
Sky.
is too short.
बहुत too small, too
yeah.
less.
Sample space is too small for
Yeah.
Jaiswal.
Do you
So
agree with
we've
Ashutosh?
come to four names, right?
Do you agree with
Butler.
Ashutosh? He's gone for Conway, Phillips. People are saying Livingston. People are saying Rohit.
Phillips, no, no. I mean, Phillips also, I think it's too early. Same, I'd say the same for
Yeah.
Livingston. Livingston is great versus pace, but cricket also has, the aspect of playing spin where he gets found out.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
there is
Again,
that.
they will probably get there. They'll play
Huh,
two more T20 World Cups, so
they could get
they'll
there.
get there.
Conway
What
is a
about
good
Livingston, I'm not sure.
David Milan?
Con- Conway is a good shout. David Malan, no. Maybe Besto. I think.
Not so much. मतलब I
Uh,
don't think ज़्यादा वहाँ पे potential है. Potential wise, I'll probably love Sikandar as he started opening.
Yeah.
So if he can continue to open, though, I'm very keen to see what he can do.
Any of the
बाकी
Pakistanis?
हाँ,
we will not get to know till the time they change their methods.
yeah, because
We don't.
Babar has all the runs in terms of good average, but strike rate is far too low. Below 130, I don't think it like you're hitting. Even if you have an average of over 50, तो भी 128 is still really okay. Okay, मतलब.
Klaasen?
Yeah, Klaasen again good potential. I think Klaasen, Puran, Phillips, they're all probably in a batch where they could really explode in the next time. I think Alex Hales had a great chance. I think he'll probably be one of the best, maybe not in the top five, because again he and Gale. I'd probably
Can
see
we?
Alex Hales as the next Gale kind of, but it never went down in that route entirely.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if we can talk if Makram gets into that top five.
No, no,
Does he?
not
No,
yet.
but
No.
generally, when we're of course assessing batters in this format, what are the key criteria according to you? I mean, when we take a look at sometimes people say Basra, right? Batting average and strike
That's
rate.
rubbish. That
That is
that is
rubbish. We've
that
understood
is
that.
one metric that should not even come
I
into.
agree, I agree. And you've spoken
Yeah.
wholeheartedly about
Uh,
it. So is it
Yeah.
yeah.
something like what Rohan Padal says, average strike rate and impact?
No,
But the
so
impact there is big.
I'll tell you how I see it.
Okay.
What the way I see it. Of course, there has to be a minimum cutoff for both average and strike rate. I feel an average below 30 does not cut it out for a batter who bats in the top five. That has to be the minimum average, and I feel the strike rate cutoff should be 140. That is the cutoff. Like I think if anyone does not clear both of these cutoffs, then it is a problem, right? So that is that. Then what you look at is the versatility, the shots that they have. What are they like? Are they comfortable against both pace and spin? I mean, you will not be equally comfortable, but you should not be a walking wicket against one type of bowling. Now, someone brought up Livingston. Now, my problem is that Livingston, versus wrist spin, it's very easy to get him out because he struggles to pick it from the hand. So that is my issue with Livingston, and too volatile also. So with now someone like Puran has improved against pace. He was always good versus spin, but he's improved versus versus pace. So, which is why, like Nikhil said, that they could be potentially that player. Fakar Zaman, uh, I don't know. Uh, I don't know. Matlab,
Put him on
I,
paper.
I'm not convinced because Fakar
see,
Zaman's strike rate is
see,
not.
see, with Fakar Zaman, I think the issue is the variance is too high.
Yeah.
So he'll have phases where he's absolutely ekdam matlab above outside of the graph. Or if it's not his phase, then he'll probably be a dot somewhere and you'll not even notice. So maybe that's something that you want to cater to. कि भाई वो the variance between your average days and your worst days can't be still that big. So matlab,
But we
that
we have five names. We have Sky, we have Kohli, we have Maxwell, we have Warner, and we have Butler. So we
Butler.
have five names.
But in terms of a
There
point
was
that
Mitchell
Mohammed
Marsh. There was Mitchell Marsh, and
Mitchell Marsh.
for
But this is
me,
a good point, right? I mean, you name the five Gurkirat over there that we've come up with. Adaptability, who wins in that regard? Who wins in that trait?
okay, just on that Fakar Zaman bit, his
Ah,
T20I average is 21.
Yeah.
Now that is too low, and his strike rate also is 128.17. He has that perception. In If you look at his overall T20 career, also then the strike rate is 134. So
but I'm guessing Mohammed has just named him because he has the ability to change the game.
yeah,
But I,
but the ability is there with a lot of players. So we are talking of those who have delivered on that ability. So there is that, and yes, adaptability matters for sure. Adaptability matters in, I think, each and every format. Without being adaptable, you cannot have consistent numbers. Which is
so
why I
who's the most adaptable then there in terms of our top five?
amongst the five,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, you'd have to say you you'd have to say Warner's very adaptable.
I
Sky's
would
been
say
adaptable,
Maxwell.
and Maxwell, you again, you feel sometimes he will not adapt to the situation, and he'll just come up with a set mindset. I think adaptability wise, Warner's very good.
Okay.
I'll probably go Butler, but can't disagree much with Warner also. I think Butler
Butler.
is probably great, even like
Yeah.
because in the first T20 as well, he's struggling in the ODIs on similar kind of decks, but come the T20s, he just looked different. So maybe in that, I think Butler and I'll
Warner.
probably rate all four on the same panel in terms of adaptability, and Maxwell just as the guy who's probably lesser in terms of that skill. So the top four being very similar to that, and
No,
the
why I did not have Virat as someone who's as good in terms of adaptability. I'm not talking in terms of situational sense. I just feel that sometimes his game against spin just holds him back, even when
I
he
think
wants to
I think that
chase.
is at times again. Well, it is there, but I just think that time sometimes it's just pushed too much
हाँ
because
वो भी हो जाता है वो
every batter has had stuff that has stopped them
हाँ
in the past, be it
हाँ
Maxwell, even Butler.
हम्म.
So, but
Also what happens is,
yeah,
I think why that issue of Virat gets amplified is that sometimes he gets stuck with batters who will not do anything at all, so that issue gets amplified even more, तो वो दिख
Agreed.
जाता है
And,
सामने.
and he's always relied on batters going gung ho at the other stage. Mohammed, just quickly questioning you, Gurkirat. You say disregard Basra and then
Okay,
consider
I'll
average.
explain. I'll explain.
Yeah, please do.
So Basra जो term है, it is an addition of batting average and strike rate. Firstly, it fails on a very mathematical front because basic rule of maths is you cannot add two quantities who don't have the same units. You will never add your body's weight and your body's height, or your body's height. It doesn't make sense. You will never add the distance traveled by your car with the average, or you will never add the average and the speed of the car. If you are talking of car, the average is the batting average and strike rate is the speed. It doesn't make sense. So to get a number that comes from adding those two doesn't tell you anything. Secondly, say if you have an average of 60 and a strike rate of 120, now you get a Basra of 180. But we have seen enough T20 cricket to realize that a strike rate of 120 while averaging over 60 doesn't really help the team as much. Similar, and it could be even worse if the average is 120 and the strike rate is 60, then it's even worse. What I said was that you will have to have a minimum cutoff. It's like how, when you want to take admission into colleges, all those colleges have some specific criterias. When you give the cat exam to get into, every college has a specific criteria that quant may you need to have this much percentile, di may you need to have this much percentile, your vocab has to be this much percentile. Yes, overall there's a score which considers your total score and then they give you that percentile, but they also have a separate percentile for each of your sections. It's not that okay they are adding all three of them together, because वो हो ही नहीं सकता. Mathematically, if you ever try and add two things which don't have the same metric or the same unit, you will never get anything. ये सिर्फ दिल को दिलासा देने वाली बात है, because you want to do something, you want to add something, and you just come up with this term like basra. It's the most rubbish thing that has come up in cricket analysis. It will not give you anything.
Wow, Nick, you agree?
There is nothing to disagree there. See, the thing is, the game has moved on far too much for you to just stick to one particular metric. Also, whatever be that metric, whether it is average or strike rate, because like was the example that Paji gave, you can average 60 and have a strike rate of 120. It may not always help the side, but it will help the side if you are playing on certain kind of decks only. So that then context has to be there कि आप कहाँ पे खेल रहे हो and who are the other guys do you have around them. When even then you feel a strike rate of 120 is probably too low. But again, it depends if you are playing in Lucknow. A 120, you'll take 60 at an average of 120. So you have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
you have to keep that in mind when you assess players that it will change. And the only thing is not everything is played on same kind of deck, so you can't generalize also कि भाई ये number सब जगह चल जाएगा. तो just that will not have any value कि भाई Basra of 200 as he says strike rate 20 is मतलब you have to put numbers to context and then it will make sense.
Yeah, as Sanjay also says here, also average 20, strike rate 180 gives a bust of 200, but what does it use overall? And Cricket
And see
Ubak says,
for that example, if you're batting at number 5 or number 6, maybe I'll take it. So you have to
like a
take into
Russell.
consideration.
Russell, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure is like that, right?
Russell probably again, Maxwell is also something similar, right? I don't think he has an average of over 30. It's probably 28, 29 something. But then he's
Yeah.
batting at 5 or 6. So at that rate, I don't mind that because the strike rate is going to be in excess of 120, in excess of 170 odd. And that is what even makes Sky's achievements even more unbelievable. That he's batting
Okay.
in the top three. The average is 46 and the strike rate is 172.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you
it's
are
unheard of.
you are setting the tone and you're setting the tone so high that you are probably just batting at a different level as compared to the others around you.
On
Indeed.
this bit, I I can agree that he cannot accelerate from the start as much, but that also partly. If you give him pace versus in the power play, he can. And the if you can bring back that comment. And acceleration, this I don't agree that his acceleration is not as huge as compared to others. If anything, his acceleration is something that makes him the T20 batter that he is. It is that despite such a high risk mo, despite the high risk modus operandi, he's still able to carry it off. It's not just risky to start, with too much intent. In T20s it is also risky to leave too much till the end, but to be able to still do it is something, not many can pull it off. So this prime is lack of sixes, I think, is not true anymore. It was true before 2012, 2013, when he had not put on that muscle. I just think what holds him back now is that options against spin bowling, and that is true, I think, to him for all three formats and not just T20s.
Well done, Amnish. We had to had one at least in the day.
I mean, it's catching on like a virus, this bloody going on mute and talking. But yeah, I was just saying Mohammad Aran also chipping in, saying he feels strike rate is a better metric to measure T20 players, adaptability, strike rate, and average in knockout high games, high pressure games. And What are you saying, Paji? That minimum is required in terms of average and strike rate is one, and is the same as compared to Basra. It's just the other way of seeing it.
No, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
How is it the same? I'm not adding them. I'm saying take it as a minimum cutoff depending upon on which position is someone's going to bat. Now that 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 op- that example came in that average 20 and strike rate 180. You'll take it from a number 7 or a number 8, but you will
Yeah,
not take it. You will not that for an opener that average is too less.
exactly.
So I'm saying you need to have minimum cutoff. A
Yeah,
cutoff
because
is
even
very
Ashutosh
different.
saying here he feels openers should be allowed of career strike rate of 135 and bowlers minimum 100 strike rate, but rest should strike above 140. He goes on to say, and then you made the college analogy.
Mm.
Paji, some universities do not sectional cutoff, and luckily symbiosis is one such. But yeah, I mean, good
I
chat there,
wouldn't
though, guys.
I wouldn't know, about all those because never gave cat, but I just knew enough that, I could come up with that analogy.
Okay. By the way, Siraj is going to bowl the first over. South Africa are going to target 202 to win, of course, because that is the target. And we've, of course, had a good chat with regards to this particular question. And if you guys are just joining us, most welcome to, of course, let loose in the comments as well. Manoj Anderson saying, please take my comment. India's 20-30 runs short. Remember,
I,
um,
I'd say maybe they are 10, they could have gotten 10 to 15 runs more. 20, 30 runs short are just too much. 230, I mean, 20 for someone to say that 20, 30 runs short basically means you're saying that 230 is par. Now, I'm not sure if
Maybe with this bowling it is.
and this
Maybe that is
ground.
alone. Maybe with this bowling at this ground, it may be
this
maybe
bowling probably, yeah, you could
yeah.
say that.
Okay,
Oh, Shabash.
Siraj stayed away with this bowling. With Are you sure, guys? Because this bowling is, of course,
Because
Siraj stayed away, and because we missed that, but that would have been crazy if the fielding coach is in a huddle. Good to see that. We don't see that very often, but yeah, of course, all you guys joining us right now, India going to bowl the first over.
Is he stuck for me?
I think he
Or
got stuck.
yeah.
कोई बात नहीं, he'll come back soon.
Yeah, of course he's here only. Matlab, just getting stuck like Riza at the crease there. Chalo, I think
Now,
Siraj will want a new ball wicket. Ooh, that second miss.
would he try to bowl the Indipper one now? He's
नहीं,
taken
maybe
to.
fourth, fifth ball. एक और बार और फिर शायद अंदर. Because he has one that comes back very sharply. So it has to be disguised well and not lose his line. So
Yeah,
and the only two fielders are back in fine leg. Sorry, third
and the
man
third
and
week.
deep square. So and that also is very fine. So it's probably going to be short if at all he risks. So that's done.
Oh,
एक और बाहर जाता हुआ.
lovely, lovely.
Hopefully the Indy per now. Siraj and Arshdeep. Okay, I think Siraj and Arshdeep. Would you open with Akshar Patel? अगर होता
Uh,
तो जडेजा तो है अभी पर मतलब ऑप्शन.
no, but first 2 overs I'm okay with the paces because अगर थोड़ा बहुत swing है, might as well try and exploit it. But would definitely bring him around the third or the fourth over. And see if Siraj goes a good over here and you feel like he could get the batter out, then it's not the worst idea to give him the third and then bring the spinner in
Yeah.
fourth. Oh,
Oh, bhai साहब. It's going to be the story of this tour, guys. So please remember this. Whether it is Dean Elgar or Rina
it,
Hendricks.
it was a story. It was a story in the last tour also, but it's just that Keegan Peterson was the guy. I still feel with Dean Elgar like there was some method, like he
Yeah, I think
was
there
only.
is. I mean, his is always playing inside the line.
Yeah,
So
like he was only
he's
playing to the first line.
yeah.
Okay, I'm happy getting beaten. But Keegan Peterson, I don't think so because he genuinely had a lot of swing and misses. With Elgar, it wasn't a swing and a miss. It's just getting beaten on the outside. It was so frustrating to watch.
I hope. Let's see how they find a way. I hope Prasid can do something there. क्योंकि that is with bounce is where I think you can trouble Dean. पर अगर शमी नहीं है तो it's going to be very interesting to see who gets the new ball. Oh,
Oh,
another outside. बढ़िया चलो. Could
Has he
eventually
left
start
or
with
is
the
he
middle.
going to come back? I thought कि मैं जाऊंगा डिनर करने, ये भाई साहब ही निकल गया.
नहीं नहीं कोई वांदे नहीं, मेरे को बस 11:55 को दे देना 5 मिनट, दैट्स ऑल दैट आई वांट.
किसका बर्थडे है?
मेरा और डैड का.
अरे नाइस. We'll
तो
hope कि मैच ही पहले खत्म हो जाए.
दैट्स वेरी वेरी अनलाइकली अनलेस दे गेट शॉट आउट फॉर 100. नहीं यार, होप करते क्रिकेट युवा क्लास बॉल 4 ना जाए. होपफुली एज से तो ना जाए. अगर जा अच्छा शॉट मारा है तो ठीक है, पर
हाँ,
इनसाइड एज 5
feel
लेग
good
स्टंप
side.
नहीं चाहिए.
हाँ.
ओके 3 स्लिप्स. अच्छा 2
Three
स्लिप्स है ना
slips.
गली. 2 स्लिप्स है ना गली ना, मोर राइट के 3 स्लिप है.
नहीं,
ठीक है,
it looks more like a slip rather than गली. गली के
हाँ
लिए थोड़ा square होना पड़ता है.
स्क्वायर. हाँ बढ़िया. चलो लेट्स सी सिराज इंडी पर एलबीडब्ल्यू या इनसाइड एज चौका. चलो लेट्स गो. ओ भाई
Oh,
साहब, हाउ हैज ही मिस्ड द स्टंप्स. यार क्रिकेट नीड्स अ लक मीटर और फॉल्स शॉट मीटर के भाई. एट व्हाट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम शुड यू स्टार्ट फीलिंग दैट यू आर जेन्युइनली अनलकी. बट ठीक है, देयर इज स्टिल टाइम टू फॉर अस टू गेट टू दैट लेवल. बट हाँ चलो, अर्शदीप सिंह देन नेक्स्ट 10. आई थिंक सिराज विल probably bowl 2 for sure given his start. उसके बाद probably I hope they go to Jadeja, but yeah, Mukesh won't be bad also. So let's see, good start from Siraj, maiden to begin with. But wickets are the order of the day. Hopefully Arshdeep doesn't start with a wide one. And there is something on the private. Acha. Okay, no problem there. Maiden, wow, good to see Siraj bowl, says Tushar. He is someone who finally has some control. Okay, it's
I think,
Mukesh.
yeah, graphics still showing Arshdeep.
Yeah, okay, good. I don't think Mukesh is bad option also, but let's see how they are trying to figure out the distribution then. But ठीक है, चलो ब्रेथ्स के टॉप ऑफ. भाई पर थोड़ा वाइड ही था, बच गया. कुड हैव बीन हिट. ठीक है, बढ़िया. Paji, with no Shami, who do you think should be the 3 paces then for the test?
Siraj has to be there. Prasidh will be there. Bumrah's there, so they will be the three.
Shardul.
And I think then they will go for Shardul. At this point of time, I feel the only question is now. I'm not sure again. How much do they see with because this time Jadeja's there, so they feel okay. We can manage without Shardul.
Oh,
Sure,
sure, that's a misfield, but yeah, Bretzke
sure.
will take the 4.
Because last time batting was finishing at 6, and I know that Shardul and Ashwin had contributions, but they never were they they never had the assurance which Jadeja at 7 brings. So would be would be very unlike this management if they go for all four of if Shami is fit, all four of Bumrah, Shami, Siraj, and Prasidh.
Indeed. Sorry, by the way, apologies because my network just went away. But maiden over from Siraj, indeed, is this the best first over ever in T20 internationals? Asks Mr. Singhal.
Oh God!
Gone. Wicket for Mukesh. Mr. Mukesh doesn't disappoint. And it's Bretsky, who, of course, dazzled in that first T20 international 7 ball 16. Just the 4 today for him. And what a start this has been from Team India. I keep lurking beyond that cushion. Ma, if you could just remove that cushion. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
It's just like
India needs the cushion, but not Avnish. That's okay.
Yeah, India needs a cushion. I want to know your take about my point about statistical approach, guys.
Statistical approach.
What? Which approach? What was the point?
Happy birthday, Nikhil.
Tomorrow
It will
there is
be.
time.
It will be. It will
Tomorrow.
There
be
is time.
in about 78 minutes.
100%.
There is time.
And in loving memory, Avnish, tomorrow next will be sponsoring drinks to everybody in Mumbai. I'm back. I'm back to the scene.
भाई क्या बोल रहे
100%. Yeah, literally. And Mohammad Arhan, we'll have this chat probably in due course. It'll probably make for a good talking point as well. This indeed. And meanwhile, Yuvak agreeing with us. Basra shit, strike rate and average depending on position seems most ideal. Great idea indeed. And Tushar saying when we talk about Kohli, I think about his innings in the must-win game against GT where he slowed down when approaching the 100. And what was that statistical point? Oh yeah, here. DLS is same. It can be sure be done by batting stats. It's possible with regards to that. What was your question? I mean, if you can just
I'm
really
not
put
I
it
going.
out
think
again.
he's talking about a metric to judge batters and their
Acha,
positions.
okay.
And
Yeah.
yeah, see, there is logic in it, but the only problem is with what he's trying to say. Uh, is DLS in itself is so difficult and complex to explain it to the viewers that
Hmm.
if you sort of bring a DLS power score for batters as well, it would be very difficult for audiences to straight away buy into
Oh,
it. So
Oh,
shot! Oh, lovely shot, yeah. Lovely shot.
straight on the
You could
advertisement question is at six.
potentially potentially see 2 tons. God bless you, Gurkirat Paji.
Yeah,
2 tons possibly today if he
yeah.
continues to bat like this.
Indeed. Paji, I'll tell you what, you go get your dinner and we'll catch you soon indeed. We'll let you be, of course, with your cold and your blemishes going on right now. Right, Gurkirat being a champion as ever, I'm pretty sure he'll get more soup in the belly and then, of course, talk
Hmm.
about all the things we'll have to talk about. Statisticians, he goes on to say, next may come handy here, like medically it's done, where they take various parameters in your medical reports and run some formulas and boils down to a number called med score for cirrhosis. Uh,
That's a
sometimes,
left alone.
yeah, that's a left alone. What I would try to say to this is that you look at someone like Mahendra Singh Dhoni, who we all kind of hands down put as the best white ball captain ever. And sometimes it was not all numbers for him. Sometimes it was more gut and instinct and man
Ah.
management and things like that.
Hmm.
So, yeah, another boundary, by the way, 14 for 1, 2 overs gone. We're watching it on TV for this watch along. So if you guys are just joining us, keep them comments coming through. But like, I think it's this what he's trying to allude to, right, Nick? The fact that there is a lot of data and numbers. We know it because we work cricket.com, but sometimes it's about reading the game, and Dhoni does that better than no one else.
Yeah, I think it's the point that we discussed in one of the MLs, right? That the thing that works for MS is like something that even Ash said in that video that he did with Harsha Bogli, that it's like the director where he's picking the cast and is putting them in the places where they are most likely to succeed. And
Yeah,
it's just, I think, cricket at its basics in terms of, even when we play gully cricket, that's how we go about it, right? When
yeah,
if you've seen someone do well at a spot or in a certain situation,
yeah,
you feel that that's where the person should bat, or in that kind of situation, that's where it gets the best out of that player. So I think that's what MS does. And different people will look at different data to come to it. And see, you could see that with the stark differences between MI and CSK, right? MI has side that are data driven to the T. Everything is almost, you can see that, feel that okay, it's data driven. Whereas with MS, it even comes down to the way they select the people, right? That the way they're acquiring people is they're looking for roles and then them giving them that spot and that role, as opposed to say someone else who's looking at numbers and then they're getting them and then saying, okay, now you do this for us. So I don't think it's a right or wrong way. It's just whatever works for you just works for you. And
yeah. I
Delhi
think.
just take, before Paji come, Delhi just takes all the openers and said, do what, let's see what you can do.
Let's see how Delhi go about it. Even in the IPL auction, speaking of the auction, we're going to be doing a watch along for the auction. So all you guys can join us then and ask us anything about that, such as this that we're getting in from Superhero Rises. Good to see you, Superhero. Let us also know what you guys feel in
Yeah,
regards to
catch,
this.
catch,
Is this a
catch.
wicket?
Oh,
One bounce, couple of bounces to Sky, and Risa Hendrick finally gets off the
Lux
mark.
Cozy. Oh, he's
Yeah.
hobbling. Oh,
Oh
bhai
no.
sahab.
A little jittery outfield over there. Straight away hobbles over there. Pranav Shukla, good to see you getting involved in the chat. Sky Butler, ABD
That's right,
Maxwell
ABD.
Warner,
Yeah,
which is
fair
a
call.
good way to look at it. And Chaitanya Padal also saying, why to choose top order batters for this top five list, not the finishers who do the hardest job? Fair to consider average as criteria. We've been going back and forth about this as well, but sometimes when we talk about this format, those names end up overlapping in batters slash finishers, like someone like a Maxwell. Butler, I know, has that ability to be the anchor aggressor, the
Because if you
aggressor.
see the people that we've picked, so Maxwell is batting in the middle order. Virat
Yeah,
has predominantly batted at three.
Yeah. Sky
Butler
at
has
four,
opened. Sky is at 3 again, and
three at
Butler
four.
is
Yeah.
probably so. It's probably two openers in Warner and Butler, two number threes, and one number four and one number five. So
Yeah.
I mean, there are other names also. I'm sure that people will feel for them, but I mean, it's fair. You can all have your say. No problem.
Yeah, indeed. And Pranav Shukla saying Joss Butler's stats as an opener is phenomenal. Siraj is just absolutely having Hendricks on toast here. He's bowled 10 balls, Siraj. He's just conceded two, all 10 to Hendricks as well,
I
which is
just
good
said
to
this
see.
that this is what we'll see in the test match also. So let's
Yeah,
be ready for it.
yeah.
Material girl.
Cricket Yuvak, meanwhile, asks us, what are Mukesh's strengths? Do you guys see him becoming as good as Bumrah? If not, whom do you see the potential to become as good as him in the current
No
Indian
one.
setup? No one.
No one.
Bumrah is like a generational
Bumrah
talent.
out. See, if you want to draw a graph and you want to plot Bumrah, Bumrah is not there in that graph.
Yeah,
It's just ahead. Execution can be something that you will find that people will get better and lesser at because see, it's the skill. And
sure.
finally, he's got something of
Four.
the middle of sorts. So well done there. Because see, with Bumrah, you get power play bowling, you get seam bowling, you get swing bowling. You want to
Death
hit that,
bowling.
he can do that. You can do that and death bowling. So
Yeah,
it's very rare to have even two, three of these skills in one player, and he's at all of them. And on the top of it, he's able to think on his own and not wanting others to do the job for him. So
yeah,
it's not going to be easy to have even someone close to him, but you can work out like you had a life before Bumrah came through as well. So I think Mukesh Kele, it's probably been I feel he's shown glimpses of him being very good in the end overs, but as Paji keeps saying, that Yorker can't be your only resort. So you'll
yeah.
have to start building that repertoire and catch it.
Is it
Sorry.
now going to be a wicket?
No,
No.
dude.
Again, goes over the top, takes the aerial route, as he always has been doing
Wow.
so far. But yeah, it's an excellent point you mentioned about
Mm.
Bumrah. And I will just add on by saying, name me any other player in the world right now who'll play for all formats, for all teams in every starting 11 is Bumrah across formats. I mean, T20s, tests, ODIs, T10s, Bumrah just starts. Rashid will
Yeah,
feature in a few, of
yeah,
course, but
yeah.
he won't feature in all formats. Kohli will feature in a few, but he won't feature in all formats across
Mm.
all teams. Bumrah,
Yeah,
100%. Every team in the
yeah,
world, big or small, will want him indeed.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, good question, Yuvak. It makes you think about Bumrah much more. Before the West Indies series, I didn't know who Mukesh Kumar is. He suddenly got
Yeah.
all format. I mean, it's a good
But
story as well.
you should have known about Mukesh, though, at least in the red ball format, though. So he's been around the circuit for a while.
Yeah.
He's been traveling with the team for a while now, and his story, as Avnish said, is fascinating. How just two balls, I mean, two balls in the nets is what got him. Is what got him there in this circuit. It's just how life is at times.
Yeah, indeed. And unlucky for Mukesh, that was a good over. It was a good over, but
Yeah.
Arshdeep now has replaced him. And it's a big test for Arshdeep as well tonight. Many people questioning his place in the 11.
Mm.
They wanted Bishnoi as well. And because we brought up that MST point, Para's going on to say, guys, what do you think about MST losing an ICC knockouts as captain? I felt India weren't clear favorites in those games. Losing in terms of, okay, fine, the 2015 semi final in Australia, I guess it was just
2014. See, I can think of two specific ones. The 2014 one where you were against a guy who was probably at the top of his game, and he was
yeah.
able to. Oh, is that a
Oh, is that
chance?
out? That's direct hit, and
Yeah.
Reese Hendricks knows it. Who has
Is it
been
Makram
brilliant with
though?
the field over there? Do they still have the fielding medal, which is a trend which was happening in the World Cup? But if they're doing it for bilateral
No.
series, then I'm pretty sure this person who's hit the stumps would get that
And also, I
prize.
think it's Makram, right? I think it was Makram running to the danger head.
No, it was
Right?
Hendricks, I felt. Oh no, the single, yeah, the single as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be Markham being walking back here. And how often have we seen him with direct hits in this game?
Where's the ball? Out.
And he's gone.
Out.
He's
Out. Out. Out.
gone.
Out.
No, I think it's Hendricks itself because I don't think Markham bats with a Baz bat.
And this is where I'll say Sanji would have been angry that the bat is in the wrong hand,
Yeah, and
and
Gurkit and
rightly
Paji
so.
would have been angry for runouts generally.
Run out.
So
But I think this is
then,
still again we'll have to again see. I thought it's also important to see who was the fielder there because I think the guy took the fielder lightly and probably didn't expect a direct hit. So because you
but for
usually
a
you
second,
see you see yeah
yeah. No, I'm
Because
saying for a
usually at
second it
mid on
feels like he was a subfielder Bishnoi, but I don't know. Oh, it's
Siraj.
Siraj itself.
Wow,
Well done, Siraj.
well done.
Well done. Brilliant
We're
stuff
talking
over there.
about MS and MS has struck. Nice.
Indeed. Speaking of Siraj as well, Siraj is going to win 1-2 games for RCB this season, but who will win? We'll speak about all of that, Chant, in the Monday Night Live. Of course, we'll pick out different ways to consume IPL content with you all 100%. And lots of people relating to other chats gone by in this watch along so far. Butler can be a good floater. He's not traditional top orders. He started a really good career in middle order. But I think even the fact that he's as an opener in T20 internationals, he's been brilliant. Like he's been able to
Yeah,
assess scenarios, play according to conditions, and adapt better than most. Mukesh and Bumrah in one sentence. Wow,
yeah,
sports
that's
fans
it.
saying. I mean, happens pulled away this time,
Four
and I
should
think
be.
this will be four. So Markram's
Yeah,
definitely seeing the ball like a football, 15 of 5, and they need to go
yeah.
at 10 South Africa, and that first over was made, and so they're playing catch-up cricket already. What are we looking at for us to come? Number determined batter proficiency in T20 internationals. That's a straightforward thing for a statistician. That's my point, basically. Really appreciate that. I'll try to reflect that point in just a bit again to Gurkirat when he's back. I think
Yes,
he's still getting his dinner
dinner.
by the looks of it. Shreyan Sharma saying, I think Sky is tired by his innings and he should not field. Not just the tired thing. I think,
Ooh.
that's
Oi, that's a
almost
good shot from
stumping.
Jitesh.
Would
That's a
that
good,
count
good
as
shot.
stumping?
Yeah, right. It should be stumping. It's how Basto got out also, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Basto ran
correct.
out. Cheek.
That would have been fun. I mean, that would have been a Punjab 11 sort of Punjab Kings sort of
Uh,
dismissal. Bowl Arshdeep, stump Jitesh.
huh.
Ronaldo, Virat, Dhoni, Messi, Rohit, Neymar, Pandya, Mbappe, Gil, Haaland is his comparison, saying superhero rises. And Shaheen, maybe no, not as much as Bumrah, not even Mark Wood,
Yeah.
none of them. Will he get
Oh, that's
four
enough.
here? He gets
Oh,
four
yeah,
more.
yeah.
It's that literally
Good.
is a shot. If you look at the replay, when they say normally on commentary, throw in the kitchen sink at it, that is a shot that you'd
Yeah,
want to see as an example for that. Fantastic
yeah.
observation, Bumrah. I mean, Avnish, yeah,
Regarding
appreciate it.
Bumrah.
But I mean, essentially, it's just me spitting facts. You guys would know the truth as well. Try to think of any other cricketer right now who's damn good in tests, T20s, and ODIs and can walk into any of the 10 international teams or franchise cricket. Bumrah, I'm pretty sure, will walk into all of them, which is indeed something that we should be proud of as Indians.
Ooh,
Right, final ball and 4 overs up, 31 for 2. And do you think South Africa will get there tonight? I don't know. Let us know in the
probably not.
comments. Indeed, Josh Hazelwood, left field sharp, but I appreciate it. And he's probably a filler going on to say sports fan. Don't know if he'll be done like Avesh. I think he's talking about Mukesh indeed. And will you guys
It
be
should be.
watching the West Indies England match as well? Akash, we're normally here doing India T20 watch alongs because the timing suit us. And of course, we would love to do all the other T20 watch alongs, but we don't have the bandwidth. But we do live shows every time there is a game of significance. And you can join us in terms of the ODI action as well. South Africa, India won 3 games, 3 previews and reviews for the T20 internationals. We always do watch alongs, so we'll be doing another watch along, but in the new year for the India Afghanistan game, Akash. So that's something for you to note of. Indeed.
Yep.
Looks like Sky's ATFL is evulsed. Bad news for Emma in India. I'm thinking, I know what ATFL is. I'm just not
Okay,
getting it.
please
And
enlighten.
anterior to something like that. Something like that. Fibula ligament or something like that. I might be
Okay.
wrong, but I know I'm halfway there. Nokia, Hazelwood, Bolt, Archer. Oh my god, you guys are literally saying that particular chat
Travis
was
said
going to.
not yet. Yeah, Travis said not in the T20 format.
Yeah,
He
you
could
guys
still
think
work out.
Bumrah's. Yeah, for sure. This is a big factor, 100%. We've seen it, of course, way back with Lust Malinga when he kind of came through the ranks. How that slingy action was still relatively new to international cricket. I know you still had players like Fidel Edwards come through and maybe the others who I can't think of right now, but I'm sure at that point in time, Malinga's action was also very deceptive. So I would agree with you here, Max Mojo. The fact that it's not a weird bowling action, it's just one of a kind, unique, whatever you want to call it, or weird in that form.
Yeah.
But let us know how this match is going to go, guys. I'm really keen to see Arshdeep because I know that previous over has not really made him get back in the good books to the rest of you guys watching. But what will you guys want in terms of your pace battery in the World Cup next year? I know we keep speculating. We've spoken about it in the Australian series, in the South African series. And right now, Mukesh is doing the job for me with Bumrah, of course. But will Arshdeep feature? Only time will tell. Cam
Yeah,
Green is in the future, possibly. Only, I don't know. I don't know about that.
hopefully.
But hopefully. By the way, Nick, just for all those fantasy cricket nerds out there watching this, who did you captain and vice captain this evening?
Suryakumar and Makram.
Oh my God. So Suryakumar's delivered. Now Markram should also as well, and he's 19 of 11. Did Markram get any
Yeah.
wickets?
No. They did in the last one, not in this one.
Okay. So Surya, you've captained him. That means you get 200 points straight
Yeah, yeah.
and more because of his
Yeah,
boundaries. And
248 something. 248 something.
that's madness.
Okay.
Cool kid going on to say Bumrah, Mukesh Siraj, his lock-in pacers for the T20 World Cup.
Yeah,
Interesting,
okay.
interesting. Captain Sky, Vice Captain Markram is agreeing with you. Is superhero rises, which is good to
Safest
see.
options, sir. Safest options.
Indeed. When the ball doesn't swing, RC loses his edge. We need to give another left arm bowlers a chance like Mohsin and Sakaria. Khalil was
Hopefully
another
Mohsin
shout.
was fit. Yeah. You needed
Yeah.
Mohsin to be fit for. Oi!
Ooh, that nearly kept low. But who are the other left arm pacers we can talk about? I mean, Natarajan obviously is injury
Shit.
prone.
Yeah, but he had a decent outing recently. They'll have to manage all of them. I don't know why it isn't already done. But
Yeah.
you'll want to hear more about, okay, what's the status with Mohsin, what's with Khalil, what's with Natarajan, because only then you'll know who's taking care of Yes Dayal. So all of that is important.
Yeah. And there was Mukesh Chaudhary, Akash saying that that's only if MS Dhoni is captain, boy. That was only if MS Dhoni is captain. Oh my God.
Oi, shot! That is a
That
good
is
shot.
heaved away. I don't know how many sixes we've seen tonight. I can tell you that, but essentially another one to the kitty. 38 for 2. South Africa 5 overs gone, and South Africa have already. No, this is their first 6 of the night. India had 12, and 8 of
They'll easily
those
cross
came
it.
from Suryakumar Yadav.
Yeah, if these
That's
two hang around, they'll cross it. So let's see.
yeah. I
Look, I
mean,
think I think they should get Jadeja now. Let's see if they do.
yeah. That was my next question to you. When do you kind of introduce spin right now? Because Kuldeep, I didn't know. I mean, I don't want
The
him to take
next
that
one,
into the cleaners.
Kuldeep probably just immediately after the power play.
Okay, fair enough. By the way, for all you IPL freaks out there, because I know you guys are freaks and I say that dearly, one of our boys, Akash Subramaniam, he's of course come up with a good article with regards to IPL 2024 and
Okay, Arshdeep, great.
theorizing the auction strategy. As you can see over
Oh,
there, CSK, MI, KKR, and SRH, they're going to be, of course, doing all the other teams and what is required for them to do in the auction. This is going to be something
shabash.
that we're going to do for all teams. Go check it out. CSK is, of course, done. KKR, like we showed you, is, of course, done as well. And not to forget, in this article, you also get the bonus of Hyderabad and Mumbai Indians, indeed. So this is, of course, by Akash. Go give him, of course, a follow. And
Ooh,
is that a 6?
4.
No, it's a 4. But yeah, everything's building up nicely to that IPL 2024 auction, and you can read a lot of it on cricket.com indeed. So that's something to definitely check out if you guys love that side of things. I have a feeling Jitesh will miss out on the World Cup berth due to the inexperience. Possibly Ishan KL Rahul could be good at number 4. We had that same hunch, but we're hoping for the best. We're hoping that
Yeah,
Jitesh is actually an exception to that rule, and he's not an
yeah,
Akshat, he's not a Sanju, and he literally is picked on merit. I would actually like to see Harshal Patel because I think he'll do well in the West Indies and on those pitches,
yeah.
but no chance that he gets a look in now. Unless he has a worldie
Yeah.
of an IPL, maybe that chap will again beckon again. But I
They'll
don't know.
probably need a season with what 26, 27 wickets.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
out,
yeah.
just outshine every. Oh, that's a good ball.
Good ball, Arshdeep. Remember, Arshdeep is bowling to one of the most dangerous batters in world cricket right now. We did a chat about T20 batters right now, in terms of dangerous batters, Klaasen's right up there because we saw him in the World Cup and we've seen him generally how he when he flexes his muscle, it's absolutely scary. That's why I'm trying to fear for Kuldeep later on, but maybe Kuldeep can get the better of him indeed. Ishan Chakravarti Archer was selected on the basis of IPL and T20 World Cup 2021, and we know what happened. So basically, is IPL going to be an addition now, saying Max Mojo? Oh my God, he swept him for six.
Oh, that's
Oh, he's
out.
gone. He's gone. Oh my word. I've literally
Out of
jinxed
nowhere.
Klaasen saying he's the most dangerous batter. Walk back, and Arshdeep loves that as well. Arshdeep is giving him the big one and literally giving him send off. Three down South Africa, 2 balls left in their power play. I don't know if it's already done and dusted, but you can
No,
only
no.
be silly if you can predict that. By the way, do you agree with Max Mojo here, Nix? Is IPL going to be the main addition for that World Cup?
Yeah, as much as you hate it, probably looks just does look like it because the schedule is such that you didn't play a lot of T20s and you waited to win the series against Australia to try something. So the only time that you can do anything now is the IPL. So you'll have to base. It will be probably. I just hope it is among the people that they've tried in the last 2 years, and then the IPL is just a confirmation of sorts that yes, okay, let's take these guys only, and there isn't any out of syllabus kind of pick coming through.
Okay. Fair shout that. Surya Sharma, potential looking for the ICT. It seems a little too early in his career, indeed. And we have Gurkirat joining us back, which is good to see. Why not give Siraj a third over? They might. I don't know. Sorry, they could have, but maybe they're going to be just hold back a little bit. David Miller comes out to join Mark Cripps. It's the M&M indeed. Speaking of food, what is Gurkirat eating? Noodles. Because he normally goes for soup and noodles, and he's always
No,
been
not super noodles. It's
he's
so
always infamously been known to eat palau and noodles as well. Is that happening today?
no. Today it's chicken tikka with chicken noodles, uh, a bit of Mughlai, a bit of Chinese. But as far as soups are concerned, I think I've already drank enough chicken soup. Uh, to the same amount as the amount of old monk or rum people would have in Delhi winters. I've had that much chicken soup because I was that sick in between. My cold was not going away.
But
So
when you talk about
yeah.
chicken soup, when you talk about chicken soup, are you more of the shorba kind or are you more of the cream of
No,
chicken soup?
no, manchow or
Or the
manchow or
mancha?
the clear soup, because when your throat's not okay, you cannot experiment too much.
Ooh, speaking of throat, nearly hitting Miller in the throat over there. Fantastic over from Arshdeep, gets the wicket and comes back, but just conceding four in that over. 42 for 3, 6 overs gone, and still South Africa
Just
need 170 from 14.
just on the pulao and the noodles front, this is not my
160.
full serving. This is not my
Sorry?
full serving. This is not my full serving. After this, I'll go back and I'll have rajma rice
Yeah,
because
this is
that
just
was
the
also
power
made in
play.
the
This is
afternoon.
the power play in the middle overs. You have the Rajma
No,
rice,
see,
and in the death overs, you have.
you have to respect rajma rice
So
when it is
basically, so it's chicken tikka right now in the power play. In the middle overs, it's Rajma rice, and in the death was Gianni's ice cream.
no. I've been cutting down on my dessert a lot.
I've seen you in your Instagram stories, you and Gianni 2 weeks ago. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, because a friend had come and I did not eat anything there. My friend
Okay.
wanted to have gulab jamun and ice cream. He offered me. It was very tempting, but I didn't have
Oh,
it.
1 second,
He
is that a
might
wicket?
have
And
it
Jadeja
later.
stayed up
Yeah,
the race.
yeah.
Jadeja removes the dangerous
Left arm
Markram.
spin. Left arm spin gets Makram
Left
again.
arm spin. And Paji's
You
having
know,
starters right now, basically.
in
Yeah,
Nikhil's
indeed.
terminology only from the IPL, matchup, bhai, matchup. But
Matchup.
yeah, tomorrow because it's Nikhil's birthday, I might make an exception in terms of dessert.
Alright.
Depends if
And
Nikhil's
because
sending something.
because also saying I'm also cutting down on my dessert. Nick's 100% celebrations galore tomorrow with your birthday, man. So many congratulations, of course, on another landmark here. I don't know, I'm just guessing, but have a great year and make it a
Thanks.
fantastic day ahead indeed.
Thanks for not
And
guessing.
I'll leave it
अपने
there.
बर्थडे के लिए बट अपने बर्थडे के लिए भी predictions होनी चाहिए.
हाँ.
Ah,
नहीं, I only have goals. So, मतलब, in terms of GOLS, so that's what I'm aiming at maybe by the end of next year.
Okay. Back to the comments then, guys. I think it's not totally unreasonable to use IPL to select a squad as long as batters are not picked out of
Yeah, true.
position. What was your opinion on that, Gurkirat, really quickly? Because one of the comments asked this, saying, so IPL is basically going to be an addition now for the World Cup.
Yeah, it will be the case, and you can't help it. I also saw the comment while I was in the background about
And this
2021
is only
IPL
because you're
being
saying because of the proximity of the World Cup. So, say if the World Cup was in October, you wouldn't have really used it as a reason, right? Or as a
proximity plus, the players that you tried out, you were not even sure because your focus or the priority was the ODI World Cup. And I also read a comment which said that in 2021 players were selected on the basis of IPL, but people have to realize that from the beginning of 2020 till the World T20 in 2021, there was hardly any international cricket happening due to COVID. So you couldn't have done much but select players on the basis of the IPL. And yeah, if that is the situation, you have no other option but to do that. You have to make the best out of what you have. But yes, it would be good if the selections are also based on keeping in mind the roles the players are performing in the IPL. You can't pick the top performers and then ask them to do play the different roles, because then it will obviously not lead to fruition, as we have seen many times in the past.
just makes you think about that competition more, the IPL, and of course the auction which precedes it. And like I keep saying, we're going to be there doing the watch along on Tuesday, this Thursday, that is, because the IPL auction's happening in Dubai. 44 for 4, meanwhile, in Johannesburg, 6.4 overs bowled. Jadeja strikes in his very first over. They've got to slip in for Donovan Ferreira, and David Miller's out there as well. So, how much South Africa hope do they have? I don't know. I mean, maybe give them a good 20% chance, maybe even lesser right now. More comments trickling through. Good to see that. As always, Para Singh. So once trials for all bowlers is complete, number 8 edition can begin. Sundar slash the picture head. We hope indeed. And yes, I do know Cricket Ra's English. I've not seen too many of his videos of late, but he kind of stitches it together as a nice narrative using stock footage.
Deepak Chah
Play,
is not in the squad. Deepak Chah is not in the squad of this T20 team as well, right? Or is it?
no, thought he was.
Because he
Next.
played one game, but then he had to fly back due to emergency. I'm not
Ah,
sure
correct.
if that medical emergency was his own medical issues or someone in the family, because that wasn't specified.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
just said
yeah.
that he had to fly
No,
back due to medical emergency.
that was back then. I don't think that's the case now.
No, is he in the squad right now in the T20
Yeah,
squad?
he
That's
is.
it.
He is. He
Okay.
is. He is.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, more questions coming through, of course. I was going to take another one, but I'm just pouring this glass of water for me. I think selectors should play a batting all round at 7, like Tavatia, just to force Sky to bowl someone in the top 6 in cool kit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it?
Yeah, it would.
Oh, stop the press. Stop the press. Stop the press. Tilak Verma is going to bowl. It seems.
Oh my God. The moment we've all been waiting for since the Australia series. That's pretty much 80-20 internationals since that World Cup. I mean, the World Cup, the ODI World Cup, and we were all experimenting, hoping, experiments. We've finally seen the sixth bowler right now.
People
And
wanted him
Tilak.
to bowl even in that Asia Cup ODI.
Oh, such a good wicket!
Oh,
I was just gonna call it, and I'm being like, oh my god, and wicket first ball. Wow,
it almost felt like Travis had to Klassen in
bro,
terms of.
that's natural variation, and that's taken the paint off the KFC of the stumps. Jitesh can't believe it. He nearly gets nutmegged as well. More comments coming through. Akshar should retire like Raidu to watch the 2024 World Cup. Ouch. Indeed. Speaking of desserts, by the way, the chocolava cake was too good, which I just ate. Vikas is a mad
I've
mofo,
not
honestly. The fact
I've not read that comment. Okay.
Bro, he literally, I've never seen a guy enjoy dessert as much as him. I used to, but then obviously, you know what happened with me. Avnish, please don't call it. It's Gianni's like a Gianni's. You call it Gangtok or Qualia. Sorry. Sorry, Jagmeet. Is it Gianni's?
It is Gyanis.
Gianni's.
Gyanis. Yeah.
तो ज्ञान दे दो मुझको ज्ञान बांटो
It's actually a surname. It's actually a surname.
Gianni's. Oh, shot ball pulled away, but there is protection
Single.
over there. So great first over. I mean, 4 balls, loving this. Just a single. to, of course, the fearful Donovan Ferreira. And apologies, Jagmeet. Yeah, you're spot on. I stand corrected indeed. There's cutthroat competition to the point it's counterproductive. People should be secure. See, I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is, whether to allude you to a lady, a boy, a
You could just
man,
ask him to comment his
girl.
name. You
Yeah, I
could you
did.
could ask him to comment his name or her, or
I
if it's
did,
a
but
her.
he hasn't responded. Or she. Please let us know your name so we can, of course, make it even more chill. Hoping Bhuvi has a groundbreaking IPL season, makes a comeback at 8. He's still perfect for that slot. Oh, no, no. The ship has
Not in
sailed.
West Indies.
Not in the West Indies. No chance, indeed. RCB 2025, Virat, Ishan, Rajat, Maxi, Green, Chahal, Siraj. Hello, where are you coming from? Shubham Kumar, IIT Roorkee. Good to see you. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe kar lo bhai or like bhi press kar lo. And I don't know what you're talking about, RCB 2025, but
Shivam,
Virat
Shivam,
is
you'll never get a back if you like all the videos of cricket.com. You'll never get a back in your engineering.
yeah, you wouldn't. And Gurkirat has spoken, and Sahil as well. That batting all rounder at 7, I agree. In my opinion, Tilak and Hardik should share the number for the 4 over spell. Beg your pardon. Do you agree with him?
Yeah, I mean it could even be 3-1. In fact, on his days, Hardik has, bowled well as a fifth bowler also. So if Hardik's there, you can get that job done.
Yeah. Hardik, the fifth bowler or the
But you
prime
you
bowler.
you need other options. That is something we have discussed at length.
We do need other options as well. And it's Abdal. I'm sorry, he goes on to say, "Good to see you, Abdal." And please subscribe because it's the first time we're seeing you in the comments of any of our watch alongs, any of our live shows. And it's always good to have people from wherever. Let us know where you're from as well. Always good to build the cricket.com community. And Jadeja has conceded his first 6, and that's gone into the diamond boxes, I'm guessing. But that is
It's
huge.
it's interesting and it's good that he's bowling to the lefty also because you'd assume that Kuldeep would come on, but they
Yeah.
haven't, which is good. You want to see because Jadeja has to keep bowling to lefties also.
Correct. Absolutely. So we know now we now know one Shubham who went to IIT now. We know the other Shubham. That's why I think
Okay.
a
Oh,
joke. But yeah, we appreciate you, Shubham, for already subscribing, and all the other people. That's your cue to subscribe as well, because lots of you guys watch our content but don't subscribe. Lots of you guys watch our content but don't like the video. Please just do it because you guys know the drill, and we are so familiar with you.
Sure,
oh,
Six
short,
sure.
short,
points
short.
it. You betcha. Jadeja to Miller, I know, like Nick's just said, you have to have real balls to have this matchup going for you. But if you don't try it out right now in these kind of games, when will you? Literally,
Yeah,
when
and
will
he
you?
and he has gotten out to left arm spin before, but
Yeah.
not
I mean,
if you're
Sahil,
bowling
if
that.
this is the case, if Tilak can even be half a Markram, I will take it, man. 100%. Like, Markram gives you much more than a Tilak right now, but I know what you mean. That's the wishful thinking that we all have. But if Hardik and Tilak are in the squad, who will sit out from the current squad saying Akash? Gurkirat?
Tilak will sit out for Hardik.
Tilak
I
will sit
answered
out.
it last time also.
नहीं, but he's saying कि अगर हार्दिक तिलक दोनों आप रखोगे तो बाहर किसको करोगे?
किसको?
Oh,
Oh,
what's it? Yeah, boy. How's that? How's that? Oh, Jadeja with his vociferous appeals. He can't believe it. Teapot time with Jadeja putting his hands like that. I mean, I don't know whether it was a Nick, but I think they could review this because it's Miller, Killer Miller, and we don't want a
Why not?
thriller on a Thursday. But you never know. Jadeja also kind of appeals a lot, indeed. Kushal Shah saying, just joining the stream, guys. What's more fun to watch, a bad run out or a good old hit wicket? Definitely not a bad run out because then Gurkirat will just go mad because he
Hmm.
hates run outs. A good hit wicket for sure because it's such a rarity. We saw one today with Jitesh
yeah,
Verma, Jitesh Sharma.
Vijay Sharma.
So, indeed.
Yeah, going to the
Jobs.
previous question, if both
Huh.
are there, the only way to play both is to then, not have Akshar or Jadeja at 7. But I don't think that will also happen either. So if Hardik's fit, only Tilak can go out in the top 6.
Okay. Okay. Let's see how that.
Because Sky Rinku are not going anywhere.
Sky not going anywhere. I would say even
And
Jitesh is not going anywhere, bro.
no, I mean, if not Jitesh, there will surely be a spot for the keeper batter. So there is that.
No, 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 no. And who's a keeper batter? Ishan or KL? No chance.
See, cannot be too confident with a new player spot in Indian cricket. And at this point of time, if Jitesh does have a bad IPL, you never know how things will turn out. So they they have a strategic timeout now.
Yeah, apparently, and it was featuring on the cricket.com website as well. And I
Dreams
was like,
break.
what strategic timeout,
It's
which
a
is
dreams
mad.
break.
Means, yeah, it's
Shabash, well done. You muted yourself nicely. Well done.
I muted myself during the question,
Wild
which
talk.
yeah, while talking, which is ridiculous. By the way, more comments to take, and
Oh,
this
it
is one.
says DRS is not available. Oh my god.
Oh, because maybe they are done, but we don't need it. We already have them against the wall. So 4 for
Yeah, but
66.
then I think Miller was out. And again, it's a super sport. So, okay.
Ah,
Super sport,
correct.
what are you doing?
Super sport, not very, very super. Job security is understandable, but threat of getting fast scores or taking wickets should be there. Uh, Lest they be dropped should be there. Many players otherwise get government job feel of position squatting. Yeah, I mean, you look at the selectors as well and how they kind of choose certain individuals. You talk about whether Prithvi Shaw back in the heyday when he was actually turning out good numbers, or whether it was Sarfaraz Khan in the Test match scheme of things. Um, where do you sit in this point, Kukira? Do you feel like if you're a batter, there's only one currency that really sells, which is runs, right? No matter how you get them, what pace you get them, selectors tend to look over those things, which is sad.
Yeah. So, firstly, uh, job security is not going to come easily in this profession. Let's face it. It's not just true for Indian cricket, but I think it's true for professional sport in general. Uh, and it's not just restricted to performances, because you just the kind of the your profession is such that you are putting your body on the line, and you could get injured, and then you could lose your place because of that. So job security is very tough to acquire, I think, in sport. So that is one. And the threat should not be about fast scores or taking wickets. I think it should just be about performances. So you judge performances accordingly, and that will be there. Sometimes you could keep performing, but there is no space, so you will not be able to make it to the team. And yeah, it that um I don't think this analogy of comparing it with a government job also is a correct one, because there are only few players who are contracted. There are what 30 players who are contracted. So you can also lose your contracts after one season if you are injured, or not getting the performances. So it's not comparable at all. And when there is far too much scrutiny on social media, on TV, and other places, uh, you'd really have to have a lot of credit in the bank to take your position for granted, or take or have that job security. We have
But
seen even the.
also, what is the job security for the umpire here? How do you not give that out?
How do you not give that out, bro? Like that's literally taken a deflection, which is mad.
And talk about spirit of cricket. Miller did not know he needed.
वो तो I तो
मतलब spirit
feel
of
कि
cricket is like
वो
drinks.
तो
When you
वो तो
want, when I
on
want it,
basis
I'll
of
take it.
वो तो convenience है. In fact, I'd say the spirit of cricket basically says that you have to respect the umpire's decision, right? I once did a tweet, and I had that conversation with someone else. So it was Poonam Rawat in that test match in Australia. So I was like, okay, why, like, if a player is essentially walking when the umpire is not given it out, you're not respecting the umpire's decision. You might be doing the correct thing, that you've nicked it and you're walking off, but if you just look at the analogy and what how the spirit of the cricket game is just defined, you're essentially not agreeing to the umpire's decision. So I then had a chat with Gaurav Kalra, and he said that as per the rules also, like, it's not enforceable, because he was covering that test match in Sydney in 2008, and he's a very famous sports journalist. He said that when Simons was asked that about not walking, he said the umpire's there to do the job. The umpire did not give me
Yeah.
enough, so I did not walk. And if you actually, if you look at, like, he then had a chat with the match referee, and match referee did say that when the players walk, they are essentially not agreeing to the umpire's decision. So if you just go by phrase and term by term, then essentially if your walking is not really in line with the spirit of the game, because you are
Yeah.
defying the umpire's decision.
Um,
You could be doing the right thing, but you've defied the umpire's decision.
Next question: is this how you want to play the game of cricket? But anyway,
Yeah,
And
change that.
that's a fine line. And spirit of cricket sometimes, yeah, it just goes out of the books.
It
It's
is
just one.
only a post, an engagement post now for everybody.
Yeah.
huh.
Spirit of cricket is an engagement post for everybody. That's all. Somebody
I,
tying a shoelace, somebody giving
I,
a pat on the back. That's all.
I just say one thing: you play as per the rules, and that's about it.
like for example, Virat Kohli telling all those Indian fans not to boo Smith. Oh, what a shot that is!
Short.
What a shot that is!
Now,
Sick.
okay, that now that is a very good gesture on Virat's part, but he
But that's
doesn't
not
owe that.
spirit of cricket, right? It's
Yeah,
not
he
spirit of
doesn't owe that gesture to anyone. It's a good thing
No,
on
of
his
course.
part. So it's not in line. In If you want to criticize the crowd for it, yeah, you can do it, but it is not on the part of the opposition to definitely go and do that. If the opposition does it, it's a good thing, because
Ball,
oh,
Shabash.
Oh, how low is that kept? Even this whole over, he's
yeah,
just been
it's
throwing
it's
it in
kept very low.
very, very low, and that's five down South Africa right now. It's a good point that Gurkirat makes right now. We'll keep entertaining more questions. I'm sorry for parking a few of them. Mohammad, we're guessing as good as yours, my friend. The fact that we saw him hobble slightly in that power play to take that catch, but I think he should be good indeed. CSK versus GT 2022, where Miller hit 97 and won the match from losing position with Rashid. What a good match that was indeed. So when Miller's there, you know that there is danger indeed. Not to forget that game against RCB way back in 2013 as well. If you have Hardik, then you are sorted. But without Hardik, I don't see India going with a six bowler unless Tilak bowls regularly. And Agrim Jain saying Siraj or Arshdeep for the World Cup, where as
Can't call it right now.
can't call it right now, as we say with all the other picks. Are TGC on holiday? I don't know. We should. I'll message the boys and let you guys know in the next particular live show. 100%. DRS is not available. Shambolic.
It is now. It is now.
It is
It
now.
was
There was just basically that passage for 10 minutes. Indeed. Do you think they picked Tilak over Shreyas because of the bowling that he can offer?
no. I think
No.
it's the left-handed factor, and them
The bowling
rating.
might be 1% or 2%.
He's pulled one over in all these
I know,
games.
but like even Sky before the series started saying 100% we're going to show you our seventh bowling optionally, not just the sixth. So
अरे
I'm
बोलने पे
guessing
हर चीज नहीं पे नहीं जाते.
that's also there. That's also
That is also true for our viewers, that they should not believe your word when you say stuff about me or Nikhil, specifically
yeah,
me.
it's a whole country against 11 Gurkirats. Yaad rakh lo.
Yeah, it's just Avnish and his fans.
Avnish's fans. Okay, also, what do you guys think about reports of KL wanting to play in the middle order and keeping well? Actually, we
It's a
spoke
good
about
thing.
that.
It's a good
If he
thing.
can do that, great. But that'll be sad. Again, Jitesh is already a lock in for me, bro.
It's a lock-in for you. वो तो personally we can have many lock-ins, but on
But
a
do you think if KL nails that
I
position
I
and
just
because
think
ODIs make yeah,
I think if KL plays in the middle order, it might just bring the best out of him as a T20 batter. Now, if that
Do
becomes
we
good
actually,
enough,
Anirudh, if you can help, the numbers are great for Kale in the middle order. Just saying.
what
yeah.
T20s may?
Yeah.
When
Please.
he was batting at 4 for RCB in 2016,
Are even for India.
yeah, even for India, he had that 100 in West Indies.
Well,
So
two tons.
it could be great for him as a player, and if that bringing the best out of him works out well for India, then nothing like it. It's all that I'll say, because see, there's a lot of skill there, and if he comes in to bat in the middle order, then either the situation is going to be where he has no other option but to arrest a collapse where he can take his time, or the situation would be such that okay, he's walking in when the score's around 100 for 2 or 100 in that is in that range, with 11, 12 overs gone, where you know that he has to keep hitting
Yeah.
to help India get to, or his side get to 200. So with clarity, I feel, it will bring the best out of him. He will not have to bat thinking of the impending collapse which might happen. So hopefully that brings the best out of him.
Yeah, we can never put it past Team India for having these surprises before World tournaments. If KL bats at 5, we might all just be like, oh, really? But then he might deliver. Tushar going on to say, look at Marcus Rashford for United. After the new contract, he's a shadow of himself. All the United players have to have a good look at themselves. Barring a few, it's just absolutely diabolical, Tushar. I don't know who you support, but it's quite tough to be a United fan right now. Choose one, Jude Bellingham or Xavi. Xavi all day long. Jude Bellingham has lots to do still, even though I love him and he's like a reincarnation of Zidane in the modern day era. Chichant, can somebody please tell me how Kuldeep got into this T20 international squad? Mixing formats, right? India love to mix formats, literally. It's like that
No, but
seven
see,
spices box that we
Kuldeep
have.
was there in West Indies also, and I don't think Kuldeep was out of the scheme
No,
of things.
Catch.
oh, is it
Nice.
gone? He's
Gone.
gone. Jadeja gets one, and that's two now for Jadeja. And Fake Lukweyo has to walk back as well. Just on that Kuldeep point, I feel like, don't get me wrong, obviously mixing formats was my joke, but like I feel Ravi Bishnoi definitely has a preference right now in T20 internationals, and then
That
Kuldeep.
we
But
agree on. Yeah,
in case something happens to a Bishnoi, then Kuldeep is your automatic replacement as a wrist spinner because there's no one else out there.
yeah, yeah.
Who else is there? But say it's a shit situation, and both Bishnoi and Kuldeep are
Varun
injured
Chakravarti.
or they have horrible form. So we go
Varun
back to
Chakravarti.
Chehel.
Varun Chakravarti.
They'll
Varun Chahal.
probably go back to Chahal, but I wouldn't mind them picking Varun Chakravarti.
Yeah.
But I'm actually siding with Knicks here because Chahal's never played a T20 World Cup, so he'll play even the
Yeah.
IPL, but they won't play him for
You
sure.
could
Maybe Rahul
take
Chahal.
Suyesh. They could take Suyesh also if they want to. If he has a good IPL.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Meanwhile, Kushal Shah saying if Miller goes on and wins the match to South Africa, it'll be tainted with the knowledge of that edge. Yeah, that 100% will be
So
coming for.
that way, Brian Lara was out on a duck when he scored that 400. He
Was
edged.
he?
Yeah, yeah.
हाँ मैं
It was Steve Harmison. He edged it.
edge था वो
हाँ, हाँ.
नहीं भाई
It
ऐसे मत
was.
ऐसे मत बोलो
It
ठीक है ना,
was.
like the
काम
way
करो अगले
Brazil
20
played.
get 4 wickets in the next 20 minutes. That's all I'm caring. Rest we can discuss later.
That's all we care. Miller, of course, might really take Kuldeep apart, but no, he gives Maharaj a strike. I don't know what the thinking of Miller right now is, just to take it as deep as he
It's
can,
too
I'm guessing.
early. Too early
Yeah,
to start thinking about farming the strike. And it's only 6 down. And Maharaj can hit. You can ask Pakistan.
yeah, indeed. Yeah, for sure. Sahil saying Jadeja captain, by the way, he's a vice captain and, of course, becoming the acting captain now with Surya hobbling off. Chachant, just experiment. Bishnoy is fixed, need backup. Yeah, I agree with you. Superhero rises. And two pacers, two spinners, one pace all rounder, and one spin all rounder is a good attack? Question mark.
Yeah.
In
That
terms of covering the variety for sure, but
yeah.
then you'll have to look at what is the quality of all
Name.
those
Yeah.
options.
What are the names?
Interesting. Samar Ahmad saying low bounce and rank turner, South Africa doctoring wickets.
Life has come a full circle.
Life has come full
You
circle.
imagine
What
if this
a
happens in a test match and India have dropped Ashwin.
then
Pretty
lose
much
their mind.
possible.
They
India
would
have dropped
lose.
Ashwin. Maharaj and Makram have run through. And
No, indeed. No, indeed.
From picking Kuldeep after a day of rain to this, you should probably
the
give up.
funniest answer in that was, Hardik comes on and says, we decide the 11 thinking it's going to be a 5-day game, but the toss only happened on the second day. Is one of the funniest answers that I've come across, because 5 sessions were rained out. The toss happened on the second day.
Yeah,
Well,
that is just classic Hardik. Kuldeep nearly getting another wicket
चलो
over
एक और
there.
googly भाई stump पे चलो.
Yeah, I need some
You
wickets to
get out.
fall out literally right
Yeah.
now. Kushal going on to say, in my opinion, KL batting in the middle order would have also strengthened LSG's middle order, contrary to what I've heard from a lot of people, because LSG have had issues with stabilizing their batting order. He adds saying Padikkal and de Kock can open.
Come
Oh,
on.
another one similar. And it's time to flash that comment again. Low bounce and rank turners. Are South Africa
But
doctored wickets?
No, but Anirudh
Googly,
in our private chat has, okay, yeah, this is where.
yeah.
Go on. Yeah, because like it's a fascinating insight our stats man brings in here. Because what he mentions, as you can see, the difference in speed mattered in the wicket of Donovan Ferreira. He goes on to say, and he backs it up with an example, or rather, 6 balls, and how it was, of course,
Yeah.
87 first, then, of course, 85, 84, 84, 82, and then 92. So really set him up
Would
perfectly.
be
And
interesting to see the speed of this one as well, the one that got Maharaj.
yeah,
If this one was also above 90.
yeah,
But
but
yeah,
it's been
I
a
also called Googly on the stumps and a wicket. Yeah. Successfully ignored.
But it's crazy how they've capitulated so far.
Still ignored
And
They still ignored. Unlucky prepare.
what happened? Sorry, guys.
I just said 2 minutes back, just before this ball, that he just has to
Googly
keep
on the
pushing on the
stumps and
stumps
then wicket.
and he'll get a wicket. And then he
And he
gets one. I push it twice and both times you blocked it very well. Nicely done.
my bad. Apologies. South Africa showing empathy towards Nikhil and folding before midnight.
Well, let's hope.
Well done. I said 100 all out and to Paji in just at the start of the innings. So let's see.
Yeah, they're not only showing empathy towards Nikhil, but I am also sleepy. The way the last watch along ended.
Yeah, I remember that. Gurkir was like, get me out of here. What the hell is happening right now? It's insane. But look, we try to do our best because at times I know it does get taxing, but we try to call it as we see it, with watch-alongs especially being only 20s. It gives us the opportunity to interact with all you lovely people like Mohammad Arvan saying India loves playing at the Wanderers. And more random
And
comments coming through. Yeah,
in
go
the
on.
other in the other news, West Indies have gone from 43 for 1 to 53 for 3. Kyle Mayers gets out. So does Nicholas Pooran for 5. And Shai Hope is out for 1 to Rehan Ahmed. So England back in the game there also.
And Adil
Nice.
Rashid gets another wicket, bro. Like didn't he get
100
100
in the
T20?
last one. First England bowler to do that. Well done.
Speaking of Adil Rashid, and I know we brought him up earlier when I asked you whether he's up there with Shamsi in terms of the best wrist spinners right now. Did you guys hear that Flintoff Wala speech while giving him his T20 100th T20 international cap? Because that was also a really good speech that Flintoff gave to the whole of the squad as well. But yeah, West Indies, England, keep an eye out on that. You guys can catch the coverage on cricket.com in terms of the live scores and predictions over there as well. Rohit and Virat, needed or not, we're not answering this. I know you're new to the channel, Abdal. I know you are new to the channel, and that's why I'm saying we've answered this so many times. Go watch our previous watch-alongs because so many people ask us this every single time. Right, coming back to tonight's game, 91 for 7, a dire situation for South Africa right now. And yeah, Flintoff looks like a badass right now with that broken nose that he suffered while boxing. Is Zampa in the top 3 T20 international spinners?
100%. 100%.
So who is it? So it's Rashid, default, like Nick said.
Zampa.
Okay, Zampa, Samzi, Rashid, Adil Rashid.
I'll
No,
probably
we
put
can.
Rashid ahead of Shamsi also, matlab,
Yeah,
in that sense.
and we may not, like, it is not necessary to just have wrist spinners only in that. I mean, we could even consider a few finger spinners. I think Maharaj has been quite good in the last year or so, and the only reason why I don't have Shamsi in the top three is what Nikhil mentioned, the control factor.
Mm.
Adil Rashid displays a lot more control.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
By the way, more comments coming through about different things.
Oh, there is also Hasaranga who we missed.
Hasaranga is there as
Yeah,
well.
Saranga to hai.
Archit going on to say Rajasthan versus Haryana, Vijay Hazare Trophy sounds bit final, but it's also nice to see other
Yes,
teams right
100%.
doing well.
Yeah,
100%.
I expected a Tamil Nadu versus Karnataka final because Haryana beat Tamil Nadu, and because you expect Tamil Nadu and Karnataka to do better.
Speaking of Rashid, he's taken a second wicket. Hetmar's also out.
Hetmans goes again. and it's
54
unbelievable.
for
Adil
4.
Rashid is just quite ridiculous. Vijay Hazare Trophy, yeah, I mean, I saw a little bit of it on that BCCI website over there, and Deepak Hooda just unreal innings. They were 3 for 23, and then he just managed to
No,
take them over the line.
incredible.
Even Abhinav Manohar, good 90 for him. Manoj Barngay for Karnataka performing as well. So good to see that, but I agree with you fully, Archit. Always good to see Siraj Khan
Okay, is it just me
He's stuck
or is
again. He's stuck again. Hmm.
बढ़िया बढ़िया चलो let's see how Siraj can end this one.
Yeah. He's been unlucky to not get a wicket so far. Let's see if he can
Yeah,
one. Deserves, genuinely deserves.
yeah. And just to add to Kanan's point, he asked why isn't Tilak bowling more overs in this game? They're probably playing safe with the sixth option. Seems least interested to develop. That's just a common thing, right? If you don't
Yeah.
have a guy whose replacement is, you know how crucial Hardik is, but there has hardly been any effort of any kind to groom anybody else in that role. It just tells you that they don't care much about developing options
Yeah,
at
they're
least.
also most of the times looking for short-term solutions. It's something we've
Yeah,
discussed uh, in a long. Kushal Shah is saying Santner's pretty good in T20s. Yes, he's
yeah,
one name we missed.
yeah. See, the thing with Sanders at times I feel is he's very good in terms of economy. So he's probably a very good support bowler for you. But say a Rashid, Saranga, they are the ones who are more likely to end up with a 2 for or a 3 for on a regular basis as compared to Sanders. So that at times just not it go doesn't go against him, but he doesn't have the numbers for that reason.
Hmm.
तो चलो यार कुलदीप यही ओवर में खत्म कर दो चलो बरगया स्ट्राइक पे है लेट्स सी चलो पहला बॉल
Oh,
that's
gone,
out LBW that's out
gone,
LBW
gone,
शाबाश
gone.
शाबाश शाबाश चलो शाबाश विकास भाई अगर ये ओवर में खत्म हो गया
Yeah, let's see if
तो
Kuldeep
nothing
can
like
finish
it
up before Avnish can join us.
yeah that will be proper $100 भी हो जाएगा कुलदीप वाला भी हो जाएगा सब बढ़िया हो जाएगा सिराज bowling well hopefully he does he's going to be very very important because with no Shami you definitely need Siraj to bowl with a new ball and the control factor will be there again. So I'm hoping he'll be able to come good.
Agrim Jain, sorry, this another comment is by Muhammad Haran. Really hope Manoj Bhandage gets a long run for RCB this IPL. He's a left-hander and that Hardik mold.
Hmm.
Seam bowling all-rounder. Yeah, I
Yeah,
expected him to play at some point of time in the last IPL. The fact
yeah.
that he did not play, even with the impact player rule, I don't know. Maybe RCB feel that he wasn't
I mean,
ready.
they got Anuj Rawat as impact player too. In the middle overs, in the middle out of that is. So ठीक है, Akshay, वो department Akshay का है. We'll give it on, we'll give it to him to rant on. Max Moj is asking, this is final T20, right? Yes, it is. It is 1-0 now so far. If the India take it, it will be 1-1, and then you move to the ODIs. चलो,
We have something
hopefully,
coming up from our statsman.
बढ़िया.
Yeah.
Lizard Williams it is on strike. Another lefty. चलो भैया स्टंप पे रखे हम बाकी सब
Tushar
हो जाएगा
Karya
ना
saying
या
it's not just the team management. Tilak himself doesn't care. He was captain of his SMAT team and barely bowled in SMAT. Okay, we did not follow it because I think it was clashing with the World Cup, so can't say much.
yeah and also see the thing there here has to be that again oi that's that
Shoulder before wicket.
so because see, here I feel it's the system that has to come into play that whoever is the captain or the ones who's taking the calls
They
now
can't be
they've gone
taking
for
the
the
review for this. बहुत high था. This is a review
okay
just for the sake of it.
हाँ मतलब as long as they can take another one this over I'm cool with it पर
Hmm.
my point was that the system has to tell them that we need you to bowl. So then that will ensure everybody then is a part of the communication कि हाँ हमें पता है कि you're looking at me as an option. So because you see someone like a Nitish Rana, he's someone who probably gets a lot of bowling attempts in the IPL also. So okay, sorry, just for looking at the review. Probably Umpire's call आएगा max for India to save the review. Otherwise, it does look high. क्योंकि hit तो नहीं किया है ये. Has he hit it? Has he hit it? Has he hit it? No.
Yeah, I don't think he hit it, but I just feel it is too high.
Yeah, probably.
Hitting his abdomen.
Yeah, and इतना भी नहीं झुका है कि it should crash into the stumps. What happened to Surya Sivaram? He, I think, his feet got stuck in the outfield while he was trying to field a ball, and that's why he's off the field. I don't think I have seen him come back on the field. If you guys have, please
No, he
enlighten us.
hasn't. He hasn't. Because
Yeah.
Jadeja just took the review. Kanan B
हाँ
is
मतलब
asking,
हाँ
is
बोल
there
रहा हूँ.
a chance for Sansom to come back? I don't see. I don't see it happening, but you never know.
Yep, and that is the pitching inline, hitting inline, impact inline, hitting stumps. Oh wow! Chalo
This
फिर.
is
All I want is another wicket in this over and a clip, which will be
yeah.
perfect
This
to
is
post.
this is now super sport being super sport.
Super Sport making up for that Miller mishap.
Yeah. Now our statsman has come up with the stat that among the top 10 run scorers among wicket keepers in this Syed Mushtaq Ali, there was only one keeper batter who had a strike rate of less than 140, and that was Anuj Rawat.
Where is the party when you need them? Where is the RCB army when you need them the most? But again, I'll not. Jokes apart, I think it's still very very early days for Anuj. Oh, we have.
Right,
Please
right.
react to this.
My internet has been as bad as the South Africa batting performance. I'm on my personal hotspot right now. 94 for 9. And lots of fantastic stats, as you guys can see over here. Indeed. What have I missed, guys? And Karan B, where have you been this whole evening? What would your playing 11 be for the ODI series? We're going to be doing the previews and reviews for that. So join us on Sunday. When is the game on Sunday, gents? Because we'll be there 5 minutes before the toss, after the toss, or whatever.
Yeah. When is the game?
Please,
As it?
when is it? What time? What time is it?
1:30.
It's
No,
a 1:30 first ball. So we should be there
First,
12:50.
yeah. First ODI is 1:30. Next two are 4:30.
Yeah, next to a
Oh, he's
4:30.
taken the strike. Kya Miller, yaar. I was looking for 3 wickets in this over to get a good clip in for myself. ठीक है.
He still could. Top edge gone.
Yeah, but he'll start hitting now. ठीक है, we can't do. For मतलब it would be a
And
good fifer also, good wrap up for Kuldeep
and
and for me also.
Abdal going on to say good, awesome intuition, Nicks. I mean, that's just normalcy. It's a normal day in the office
That's
for Nikhil.
I want a clip because if Miller gets out now, फिर और कुछ
Yeah.
नहीं चाहिए.
Vikas, you got to do that.
Oh,
Oh, my word.
incredible!
Incredible,
Wow.
man.
Bold है ना भाई?
Bold, bold, bold.
Because the
Bro.
keeper wasn't celebrating, so I was very surprised कि भाई हो क्या रहा है.
भाई देखो, I called 100 all out. 3 wickets in the over. Thank you so much. And it is wrapped up just 13 minutes before it is supposed to be. So well done, Team
Perfect.
India.
Well
That
done,
is
Team
as
India, and
good.
well done, Nikhil,
Good
and
birthday
well done
gift.
to you
Good.
as well, Gurkirat. But more importantly, Nikhil, 13 minutes away from your birthday. Happy, happy birthday, and a happy, fantastic win as well for India. So, what could be better? And Kuldeep Yadav getting a fifer. Fifer. What has he ended up with
17.
right now?
5 for 17. 5 for 17 in 2.5 only.
5 for 17. So, he's bettered his own bowling stats in T20 internationals. Well done
Kushal
indeed.
bhai.
Nikhil bhai, if you're getting your predictions anymore
Yeah.
right, Delhi police will come to your
Comments
door.
coming in
That's
wishing
reality.
comments coming in wishing Nikhil happy
अभी
birthday.
time है. But thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you so much. We keep
Yeah,
trying.
man, that's good to see. Because Nikhil is one of our favorites in cricket.com and he turns a year
Very, very
younger
kind.
and a year wiser. Indeed. Guys, thank you so much for your time, both of you all, and everyone in the comments as well. It's been yet another incredible watch along on cricket.com. Another one which has surpassed all the expectations indeed. And please subscribe and like this video if you haven't done already. More stuff on cricket.com, such as this. And not to forget, we'll be back, like I said, on Sunday for the previews and Tuesday for the auction watch along. Before Gurkirat yawns again, we'll end proceedings. And it's a fantastic day for India. India leveling the series, and now on to the ODIs next. We'll catch you then. Goodbye, take care, and a happy birthday, Nikhil Popat. Cheers.
Thank you so much, guys. See you.